a moment, and we'll just go around the table and introduce characters to one another. You guys are going to be meeting like straight away, so we'll just do that now because you never know what may get in your way for introductions shortly after you meet. So we'll start off with Raven.
All right. I am Raven. I am a part-time citizen of Elturel, a scholar and a gentleman. I was born at an early age, the son of a wizard and a poxy whore. And I'm here because I wanted to learn more about demons and devils, and Elturel disappeared, so I thought this would be a good time to visit hell. Interesting times and all. Oh, and if you have a secret, don't tell me.
Otherwise it won't stay a secret for long.
I can't keep a secret. Who knew? People are upset when you tell them they sold their souls to devils unwittingly.
Alright, we have Zygon.
Alright, so Zygon is a paladin of the let's see. I know I wrote down my god of Torm. You can see he's clad in jet black plate armor. He's fairly intimidating. He is a fallen Azamar, so he's trying to atone for sins he's committed in a prior life. And since he's currently committing, not on purpose.
Prior life is in yesterday.
Yeah. And the main thing you notice with him is he's actually carrying a shield that is clearly of celestial origin. Don't let anybody convince you. Yeah, it just has a big demon face in front of it. Don't mind that.
So,
Raven will tell you all about it. All you got to do
nothing
is
evil
just
looking
look at
about
Raven.
that.
Yeah, look at the gold. Look at how golden it is. It's clearly a good aligned shield.
Alrighty, and Boggle.
Bargle is a very orcish half orc. Doesn't know his parents. He is a champion barbarian, and actually a member of the Order of the Gauntlet. His whole coming to Elturel and everything was trying to find the leader of the Order of the Gauntlet because he disappeared when the city got dragged into Avernus on Tharfroom. He's found him, and beyond that, he's been simply going with this group trying to kill the demons. He's likes to act before he thinks sometimes, and so that can cause some scenarios and odd situations.
Right, and our first new character is Ness.
It's a tiefling. She doesn't wear any armor. She's got a leather jumpsuit on, and she keeps a flying snake generally fairly close to her. She's probably 5'8". This leather outfit's all in red, and she is a divine sorcerer with a little bit of warlock to go along with that. She's got some buffs for the party, and that's kind of what she'll do is help you guys be a little better at what you do, while she kind of stands in the back and does a little blasting. So she's here. She's been sent here by her divine being to kind of keep an eye on what's going on here in Avernus. So she's more of a just here to send information back and support your group. And that is Niskala.
Raven was happy for a second there. He thought you said busts, and then you said buffs. So, never mind.
Alright, and Otto.
Yeah, Otto looks like he's had a rough go of it. Pretty beat up looking. Most noticeable thing is that his left side of his head is wrapped in bandages, covering his eye and the top part of his head. He carries a heavy crossbow, and again, he just looks like he's had a rough life.
Okay. So, I'll get your your flying snake out there as well, Ness.
What class? Or did I miss that?
Otto's,
That's he didn't tell you. He's a private individual.
You know, you can share it.
Call him a crossbowman.
He's a class of 89.
Okay. So you have to get used to Ed's really bad jokes as well.
Yeah.
We've been trying to kill him off for years now, and he just won't die. So
4 years, buddy. 4 years.
All right. Let's get into it. So you guys recap of last session. It was 2 weeks since we played. We took last week off, but you guys are at Zariel's wrecked flying fortress, and you're here because you're looking for adamantine rods. You need 9 adamantine rods. The reason why you need these is because Bel, the former ruler of Avernus, wants them. So this is a map of Avernus. It's hell. It's the first layer of the 9 hells. It's hot. It's evil. It's home to devils. And everyone here is generally not really happy. Everything's very oppressive. Not just the heat. There is a supernatural malevolence that pervades the air here. So, if you can get these 9 adamantine rods, then you can exchange them to Bel, the former ruler of Avernus, who resides in his forge over here. And he'll tell you where Zariel's sword is, where the Bleeding Citadel is. And armed with that information, you can recover Zariel's sword and offer it to Zariel, who is now the ruler of Avernus. A fallen angel. And in redeeming her, she should be set right. She's affected everyone in different ways. The most prominent thing is this city here, El Torel. She has dragged it into hell from the material plane. And she was able to steal it from the rightful owners of the city, the people of El Torel, through Thavius Krieg, who was like the High Overseer and a devil's deal, basically. Everyone inadvertently sold all their souls. They were tricked. So she's claimed El Torel and she's brought it into hell. Some people want to save that city. That may not necessarily be the main goal of this campaign. It really depends on you guys and what you really want out of the campaign, out of this story. So anyway, you've got a lead by convening with this knowledge demon that one of the adamantine rods is in this wrecked flying fortress. And that's what you're exploring right now. So the fortress itself, in its glory days, it looked like this. A giant sword blade, basically. 450 feet tall, that flies around the skies of Avernus, filled full of devils, combating demons in the Blood War. So this fortress, however, it's been wrecked. It now sticks into the ground. And it's on a bit of an angle. Only the top few hundred feet of it is exposed. Most of it buried underground. There are gashes in the outer wall everywhere. That allows the hellish sky of Avernus to light all of its interiors, and it's just like layer after layer after layer. You know, it's 45 stories, so 45 different rooms. As you make your way up, you guys have actually been looking for one of these rods here. You've climbed your way up, and you're on floor 44 of 45. Most of the floors were pretty much empty. Looks like something like scavengers have been through here. But it took a bit of force to actually open the hatch to the 45th floor. But as you were climbing up the 44th floor, suddenly Zalcor and his friend Callan, they were both taken by something. There was like a slurping sound and something like sucked them away. They seem to have disappeared through some holes in the floor. Something must have grabbed them and dragged them off. that's where we ended the session. So let's go over to the map now, and we'll talk about what happened with Ness and Otto recently as well. Okay, so Nesgala. So you've been sent by your patron to test Zariel. That's your goal, to test Zariel. To test her weaknesses, to test her strengths, to see if she is worthy to be the ruler of Avernus. So she's relatively new. Asmodeus, the ruler of Avernus, he likes to make sure that, there are no security issues with his rulers. So your goal basically is to, if you could, kill her. If she's killable, then you've done your job. You've proved that she's fallible. And you'll probably get a nice promotion or something like that. But basically, yeah, you want to try and see if she has any weaknesses. She is a ruler here now. And if she has a weakness, expose it. And if you're able to, you could destroy her if that is possible. She's very powerful though, so I wouldn't recommend trying that anytime soon. But yeah, you wanna just poke and prod her for weaknesses and try and expose any security issues, basically. Whatever means possible. There is no limit. There is no hold bars. Whatever you have to do to see if she has weaknesses, you'll do it.
Okay.
So you've come to this flying fortress. So it's wrecked. It's on an angle. It's tilted into the ground. You're about 300 feet above the ground here. You're in Avernus, the first layer of the 9 Hells, and everything in this fortress is made from iron. The floors, the walls, and the ceiling, it's all iron. There's much destruction here, and you're just taking a look around this this level, because this is one of Zariel's wrecked fortresses. So obviously this is a weakness of hers. So you're just taking a look around and seeing if there's any clues as to what could have caused her to crash this ship, what weaknesses she has. And you haven't really found much, to be honest. You're kind of disappointed. There's no real evidence here as to why she would have failed in this manner. But you've only just started taking a look around, and you've noticed some adventurers pull up on this giant infernal war machine. And they've started to ascend the tower, so you're expecting company. They've pulled up on a demon grinder with a couple of look like Kenku, so you're expecting them to arrive any moment. Meanwhile, Otto, now you, my friend, well, you can't remember what has happened recently. You've just woken up. You find yourself in a small cell. It's 10 by 5 feet. There is a door, but the door is kind of bent and broken off of its hinges a little bit. You feel perfectly fine, apart from this pain in your head. But you have a backpack on, and you have a crossbow, and you have all of your gear. So, but yeah, you've got complete mind blank. You've got no idea how you got here, or even where you are. So, alright, we've got the party in kind of 3 different locations at the moment. So, you guys will meet up very shortly. So we're going to start off with Otto, though. So, Otto, you're in this very small room. The door is kind of bent off its hinges a little bit. And, what do? You've just woken up.
Does it look like I can force the door open?
Yeah. You move forward and just grab the door, and the hinges are already bent. You just kind of slide it across and it falls off. And lets out a little bit of a bang, but it very abruptly lands on the ground. And you feel this immense heat wash over you. And you can see this dim orange glow illuminating these iron floors and walls. And you can tell that the ground is not very even. And you basically... It's pitch black as well, kind of in the cell, but out here it's lit. But basically, you can tell you're in somewhere that's crashed. There's been some level of destruction around you. That's what's noticeable.
Do I hear or see any signs of any other creatures moving around out here?
Maybe. We'll come back to you in just a second. Alright, before we get to you as well, Nez, we're gonna go over to Zygon, Bargle, Raven, and Nico, who's coming, I'm guessing. And, alright, so the three of you have just seen a couple of your allies basically sucked through the wall over here. And the room that you're in is quite small. This is the hatch that leads up to the 45th floor, so you're on 444. And I mean, out here to the south, it's the wall's been ripped away, and you can just see the hellish landscape of Avernus. So again, you've just caught up to everyone now. You've just climbed up this ladder too, after arriving here.
Holy shit! All right.
And yeah, this is just like Avernus out here, and then there's like one door leading in to the fortress.
All right, guys.
Well, yeah, don't set me to that wall.
Yeah, it should probably
So
not
is-
be anywhere near there. So Nico's here, right?
He's still climbing up, or he's just checking out the lower. He's checking out the 43rd floor. We'll say he's nearby.
Okay.
Is this a door here?
Yep, that's the only way out of this room unless you're climbing up another
Right.
level.
I think I shall open it.
Alright, the door's not locked and it swings open. And beyond this door, there is a small room. There are like pipes moving in and out of the walls. And it looks like maybe some consoles or some control panels have been tipped over. And there's just little bits of loose wire sticking out on the ground. You can see like another section of the wall has basically completely crumbled in. And the door that you open, it kind of really lets out a bit of a... So we're going to go over to Nez now. Alright, Nez, so you've just been taking a look around. This looks like basically the floor below the bridge. You try to get up to the very top floor where the command deck is, but you didn't have any luck. You've been looking around here, and there's like a few sparks raining down from the ceiling, gashes in the walls, in the floors, massive claw marks along the ground. There's obviously been some sort of attack here, and looking out to the south, there are these Vroks flying around. They haven't really bothered you though, but there's about 6 of them. They seem to have been preoccupied with the adventurers that are arriving just now. So you just look around for clues, and all of a sudden you hear this loud bang over in this direction, and then you hear this the door open in this direction. What do you do?
Well, since she's been kind of looking around here already, she is going to step back into this opening a little bit to there, and she's going to stand here and kind of use her snake, look through its eyes, and it's going to just land on the wall here. And she's going to watch both ways and see what is coming. She saw the adventurers come in down here, but she's not really sure where they went. So I guess they're still there.
You're
she's
probably
gonna
expecting him to come from this area, because most likely, because that's the only way kind of up here is a ladder. But unless they like flying, they could come through one of these walls.
They come through over here.
Yeah, that's where, if they're climbing on the ladder, that's where they'll come from. But you're not expecting any sound from another section over in this direction.
Right. And so that's why she stepped back. She's going to kind of get in that hole and watch and see what comes either direction.
Alright, there's just a dark room here with some sort of, looks like a contraption against the far wall. It's like a cylindrical iron contraption with pipes sticking out of it. And there is another door off to the side here, but that is closed. So you've got a wall at your back, basically. Alright, back over to Otto. Otto, you could hear some sort of noise, some sort of racket coming from this direction, deeper in the fortress. So what do you do?
I want to cast Dancing Lights and form them into the humanoid form, and send that out in front of me.
Alright, here's a template for dancing lights. I'll give you control of it. And yeah, they're just a few little lights bobbing around. They move together. They take on a vague image of a humanoid.
Basically, I want to keep them as far ahead of me as the terrain allows here, and I'm gonna try to sneak around and see what's up.
Okay, now you can keep
Kinda
them
using them as kind of like a decoy out ahead of me.
Okay. Up ahead, you exit. You can see rows of cells off to the north here. They all have closed doors. And then to your right, when you step out, there's just like a 300-foot drop down into this river made of lava and blood and sheer cliffs. And like this heat, this oppressive heat just hits you and kind of singes your nostrils. And that's quite precarious. But you do see the iron floor does continue around in this direction. You can see a couple more rooms over here, some chambers with a metal console and some rusty pipes that go from floor to ceiling. As you round the corner, we'll go over to everyone else. Alright, to Raven, Zygon, and Bargle. Alright, you guys continue on. There's nothing much in this room. Looking for Zalcor
We'll just keep them.
Yep.
Alan, dear.
All right. I assume we see this person here, so immediately like
Demon Snake, fireballs.
yeah. So immediately sort of like, who are you?
My name is Niskala. Who are you?
Oh, just wandering itinerant adventurers.
I'm Raven. I serve the Flaming Fist.
Oh my god.
Technically, it's not.
Come on with your hands up.
That's technically true. All right.
Come on with your hands up.
So there's Nesgala here, and then there's like this like kind of humanoid shape of light over here, and then standing behind that there is Otto. And as you guys meet, there's not really any time for introductions because you start to hear this slurping sound. And I'm gonna roll initiative.
I elbow Zygon and tell him not to slurp his spaghetti.
Lulu's with
Nico.
our druid friend Nico, by the way. She gets scared when she sees Zygon and runs off with Nico.
She has PTSD.
Alright, yeah, you guys hear this like squelching sound, and suddenly like this weird slug creature just kind of, it was camouflaged into the wall next to Raven and Zygon.
Holy crap!
This whelk emerges from the wall. It looks like a giant infernal slug. And then they start like dropping down everywhere, from the ceiling, from the ground. They're shells made from bones and corpses. They start to squeeze out through the floor. They drop from the ceiling, landing with loud splotches. One even comes up behind you, Otto. And there are tons of these things. And yeah, they're coming in from all these different angles. So we'll just get straight into this fight and see what happens. Okay, so this fortress is slanted. It's a 20-degree angle. So everything is difficult terrain. So you have to move slowly. Half movement speed, basically, unless you can ignore difficult terrain. Alright, this bone whelk, it kind of burps. And just spits out all these magic items. Like all the items. It spits out all of Zalcor's and Callan's items. It's all over the ground. And a few bones as well.
How big are these things?
They're large. So
Okay.
their sluggy heads extend up to about pretty much the ceiling, which the ceiling is 10 feet high. But yeah, they're quite big. Almost, yeah. Their shells are about 8 feet tall. Their heads could probably extend up to like maybe 12 feet if they could. All right, so Otto, you're up first.
Oh, that's scary looking. I couldn't see anything till I came around that corner.
If you're smart, you'll run back.
So yeah, you see this large mollusk. Its shell is made from skulls and bones and whatever detritus it's picked up. It's like moving its head towards you, and it's got these sharp, this kind of sharp little maw on the front of its face.
That's my max movement. I'm gonna go ahead and use Fighting Spirit as my bonus action and fire at this.
Alright, you have advantage. And that is a hit. The bolt sticks through its flesh and shell, breaking off bits of bone. And
I didn't click the damage on sharpshooter, so it's another 10 on that.
It's you didn't take a minus 10 there, right?
Yeah, I had the minus.
Five.
It wasn't clicked on. Yeah, you're right.
But you still hit it. Like, that was a good hit. It's pretty badly injured. One more shot like that, and you think this thing's gonna die.
And then my second attack, I'm gonna do with sharpshooter on. Can I do that on the second attack, even though I didn't do it on the first?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be on a particular attack. You can do it on any attack. Alright, so there we go. 19. That hits, and the bolt sticks into the slimy flesh of this thing, and it starts to recede into its shell. At the same time, it lets out a blood-curdling shriek. It's really loud, and it explodes. And this crackling purple lightning explodes out from the bone whelk 10 feet in every direction when it dies.
You see that? Uh-oh!
It's like a shockwave. Bargle.
Oh, I'm going to recklessly give my axe to this whelk in front of me. Ah!
12 hits. And
Oh, I didn't rage, so no rage damage.
27 damage.
Yep.
It explodes, letting out a shockwave of necrotic energy. And Raven, Zygon, and Bargle, you each take 8 points of damage from this thing's screech. And it is loud too. It fills every single corner of this fortress. This death scream.
Alright. 15, 20.
No, difficult terrain, all of it.
Yeah, that would be.
Oh, all of it's that's right, because angle. Okay,
Yeah,
so that would be 10, 20, 30.
Yeah, each square is 10. That one wasn't snapped to the grid,
Right.
but there, it's there.
After the whelk.
That hits. And I think you just killed Nez's flying snake. It just explodes that bone wall, hitting yourself, Raven, and the flying snake for 13 necrotic damage.
Ow.
The flying snake vanishes.
I'm just gonna bonus action smack Bargle in the back of the head.
Raven.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna Thorn Whip this one and bring it closer to Zygon. A, B, C, T. There we go.
12 is a hit. Thorn Whip lashes onto one of its pseudopod-like eyes, one of its eye stalks, and you just yank it 10 feet closer.
And there we go.
Nezgala.
All right, Nez is going to twin cast Guiding Bolt, and she's going to do it at this one. Actually, she'll do it at this one down here and this one here.
Okay.
So, first one, Guiding Bolt.
This one will have half cover as well. That is a hit.
Alright. Damage on that one is 17.
Alright, the radiant energy slams into the bone whelk side, starts to burn through it. It illuminates it.
It was the bottom one down here, Seb.
What's it, that one? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, this one and this one over here.
Yeah,
Alright, I
that's
got the wrong
right.
one. Alright, oops.
And
Alright.
then the other one with half cover.
And that's a hit. That slams into the bone whelk as well. Starts to illuminate it with a golden color, and next attack on those ones have advantage.
Alright, and that's her turn.
I also your slots there, and there's you need to count them up.
Okay.
I think they start off all empty. You need to fix them up.
Yep.
All right. If your turn is done, you'll need to hit the end of turn button. It's you can find it either scroll up in the chat box there, or click your token and you'll see like a heap of macros. It's like the third one over or whatever. The other ones are all for like these infernal war machines and whatnot.
Okay.
All right, this bone whelk just makes this like thwacking sound, and it very, very slowly makes its way over to Bargle, sliding along the ground, leaving a trail of this glistening slime in its wake. And it just tries to bite you, Bargle, and it misses you, and that's its turn. Zygon.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move here first, and then I'm actually going to go ahead and use a bonus action to cast Thunderous Smite.
Okay.
Okay, and followed by a swing with Warhammer once.
That's a hit.
13. And he needs to make a DC 17 strength save or be pushed 10 feet back.
Okay.
I think you did enough damage to kill it anyway.
Yeah. All right. You hit it. You send it flying 10 feet. And you've launched it 10 feet away from you, so when it explodes, it doesn't injure anyone.
Yep. Okay. And then, so that was 10 feet, and then I'll just move here again. And this time I'm just going to swing with my normal swingy swing.
You have advantage
Pow.
for this one. And that hits. You just break through a bit of bone and slime, and it's looking a little bit hurt.
Okay. That's my turn. Boop.
All right. Looking over your shoulder here, near the cells that you came from, Otto, is this bone whelp sliding its way up to you with a dash action. And
Can snails really dash?
yeah, its dash is like just normal movement for you guys. And another one starts to approach.
It's a racing snail. Someone took the shell off. Now it's a little sluggish.
Wasn't that Pixar movie about a snail, a racing snail or something? I don't remember.
Turbo.
Yeah, Turbo. Yeah.
This is coming in at you, Zygon.
Ouch.
It just sticks to you, and it like little teeth scratch against you. You take 3
Gums.
piercing damage, but it is firmly stuck to you. This thing is so slimy that you're now
Unless
grappled
your
by
armor
it.
mastered.
You're grappled by this adhesive goo that surrounds it. You start to hear the rocks screeching now, and let's see if they're gonna come. Yeah, they're coming. These rocks are now attracted from the screech of these bone whelks dying, and yeah, there are 6 rocks, so they're making their way towards you guys. You can hear them. They're flying around outside the fortress. They've basically flown down to the same level as you guys here, over in this direction. A rock comes screeching and it runs up to here. Well, it flies up to here, beating its massive wings. It enters the fortress and it just tries to like rip into this bone whelk here with its talons, and it just brings down its talons, pierces into its shell, and causes that one to explode. A shockwave emanates from the bone whelk, and Bargle, you take 7 necrotic damage. Zygon, you take 7 necrotic damage.
Oh, is it necrotic? I'm allergic. Not allergic. I'm resistant.
You're allergic.
Allergic.
The opposite of resistance.
Yeah,
You take 3.
so- Can I modify my HP back up earlier?
Sure.
To okay, so
I thought you were, but
Yeah.
But I didn't say anything
Yeah.
because I thought maybe.
Do you have heavy armor master too? Is that
weren't.
Bargle?
All right, so
Did the
this
rock
one,
take damage?
yeah, this one takes the 7 damage. The rock is affected, and the other bone whelk is affected. Everything around it takes that damage, and it's then turns to the next bone whelk and screeches and tries to bite it, and just stabs its beak straight into that one for 11 damage. And the rock is just going crazy, and it's gonna end its turn there. Right, here comes another one. Don't forget that as you guys were flying up the first time, one of these rocks actually screeched at you guys and caused everyone to fall like 200 feet. And this is that same rock. It flies in here and starts to beat its wings. And when it does, it releases this dander, this big cloud of gaseous toxic spores. And it's like huge. It's like a 15-foot radius. So it's basically the same area as Spirit Guardians. I'll just give it that template. These are like wicked necrotic spores, basically. So if you start your turn in there, you'll need to make a con save against poison. Otto, you're up.
I am gonna fire at the bone whelk right in front of me.
Alright, crossbow expert, so you ignore the disadvantage. That is a hit. And you stick a bolt into its neck. It screeches, but it's still alive.
And then second attack.
That is a hit. And lets out a shockwave of necrotic damage. You take 9 points of damage as it explodes.
I take 4, right? Okay. Or is that a different one?
That was this
No,
one
that's
over here.
something else.
Okay.
Stop being so happy to take damage, Zygon. You're my meat
Ow,
shield.
what?
I mean, my
And
friend.
then bonus action, I'm gonna move my dancing lights.
I hear more screeching and more feathery wings. Around the corner here, Otto of Rock is just perched on the cracked and open wall of the fortress. It screeches and it continues moving in, clawing its way forward like a hungry bird looking for a worm. it dashes up to you. And another rock just, it comes flying in and just basically smashes into these dancing lights, and it tries to claw at the dancing lights, and its claw is just going to go straight through it. And then the sudden realization of the lights being intangible causes it to like smash into this bone whelk next to it, beak first, and it just hits the bone whelk's shell and doesn't affect it. Alright, Bargle. The rock spores affect you. You need to make a Constitution save for poison.
Con save.
You resist it.
Alright. 10, 20, get out of the spores. And I'm gonna shoot the rock. This bone whelk in front of the rock with a crossbow.
That's a hit. And that's not enough to kill it, but the bone whelk is badly injured.
Bonus action, second wind.
Can Niskala holler at the other players, or do I need to wait till my turn?
Yeah, you can talk in between like other turns to organize things like that.
You guys hear Niskala holler that to come into this opening up here, that creatures might not be able to fit into this small room.
Good idea.
Raven.
All right. Synaptic static.
Alright, I'll give you a template for that. Do I not have one here? Anyway, it's like I'll just give you a
fireball
template,
yeah.
same thing. But I mean, it's pretty obvious where you're gonna put it. I'm guessing. You're
Yep.
gonna put it like
right
that.
on Zygon.
Right
I
on
mean,
Zygon.
yeah. Actually, if I move it over one more, can I get that one? Yeah. Can I get this thing too? If I move it over one,
You would
get
hit
all of it?
Zygon.
That's okay. He seems to be pretty good with fire lately.
It's not
Oh,
fire.
that's
it's
fire, right.
It's psychic damage.
Okay, never mind that. Right. So I seen the fire there, and I got all. All right. There we go. Let me find it on my sheet here.
Okay, so you hit the 3 rocks and the whelk.
All right. Guess I have to do it the old-fashioned way.
Alright, that bone whelk is dead. Its head explodes from the psychic energy straight away. So I'll do that damage first. So the 3 surrounding Vrox will take 8 points of necrotic damage. And then the Vrox also screech, and they have advantage. They do resist magic. They start to screech and throw their heads from side to side. And this one doesn't seem too badly affected, but the other ones have a minus 1d6 on attack rolls and ability checks. And they take quite a lot of psychic damage. They're like blood coming out of their beaks and stuff like that.
I'm not gonna make it into the room this time, and so I am going to what the hell? 10, 20, 30. Oh, you know what? Misty Step's a bonus. I can do the Misty Step with my Shatter, right?
You've done a spell that's...
level spell, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, never mind then. Yep, that is me then. Zygon, help!
Alright, here comes another rock. Wah! This one's going to be dashing. It just comes like hurtling, throwing itself into this vessel, just like that. Scratching along the floor to stop it from like just smashing into things. Nez.
Gonna twin cast Guiding Bolt again this round, and she'll do it on the these 2 rocks right by Zygon. This one and this one.
Alrighty.
So first Guiding Bolt.
That's a hit. Good guiding bolt.
20.
This massive cylinder of radiant, golden radiant energy hits the rock in the chest.
Alright, and then the second one. 14.
It's a narrow miss. The rock screeches and ducks. Guiding bolt goes straight over the top of it.
Alright. She'll step back one step. That's her turn.
Zygon, give me a con save for poison. The spores don't bother you.
Okay, let's see. I'm still grappled by this Welk, right?
Yeah, it's got its face firmly attached to you.
Well, groovy. Okay, let me go ahead and start. I'm going to go ahead and cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay. Keep in mind there is someone here that you won't be able to exclude, so
Yep.
keep that in mind.
Hell, I'm not even sure if I want to exclude Raven.
Well, that's another thing.
Hey,
That's fairly justified.
how did you get
You don't need any argument for that.
Yeah.
The tribe has spoken.
Alright, Spirit Guardian goes up and starts to eat away at the flesh of all these creatures.
Yep. And since I can't move, that's my turn.
Alright, and a 6th rock comes screeching in, and this one is going to basically move through the closest gap, and it's going to dash, clawing by the other one next to you, Otto. This rock actually pushes down the other rock's head and climbs over the top of it, trying to scratch and bite. And they've kind of blocked you off into this corner, actually. The Bone Whelk is going to make...
Poof.
It doesn't need to, it's just going to explode, even if it succeeds. Lets out its death scream. Zygon, you take 13 points in necrotic damage. So do the other.
So half to 6.
6 for you. Your resistance.
Well, that sucked.
Oh, man.
Okay, well,
What?
unlucky. You're not grappled anymore, at least.
Yeah, great.
A level 3 to break the grapple. Awesome.
I was going to make a macro for the 3d8 damage, but I guess I don't have to now.
You just made it. Alrighty, we've got all the rocks inside now, and this one is just going to jump on Raven and try to bite him. And Synaptic Static. So 1d6 from attacks. Let me move this macro up a little bit. It's like... Just make sure that's working good. There we go. Alright, it tries to bite you first. And it gets a 16.
Oh, that's a miss. Woo.
It tries to get you with a Talon. I roll the d6 afterwards usually.
Yep.
And an 18.
Woohoo!
It's a miss.
I'm alive!
And ends its turn there. This rock is going to start trying to tear into you, Zygon. It tries to poke you with its beak.
Miss.
That bounces off your shield, and it tries to slash into you. That misses. And
Almost hit.
They get intelligence saves at advantage at the end of their turn, so this is for the other one, fail. And this one, he seems to shake that synaptic static effect because he's ending his turn there. Otto.
I'm gonna bonus action Fighting Spirit and then attack this one.
That is a hit. Alright, well placed bolt into the rock's leg. This giant demonic vulture screeching, ichor is splashing everywhere.
And again.
And that's another hit. 26. 25 points of damage. That rock is actually looking pretty hurt now.
And I'm gonna action surge and attack him 2 more times.
Crit.
Damn.
You put a bolt straight through its neck. It like impales it and comes out the other side, hitting the wall. The rock's head tilts to the side, and it's very hurt. And another crit. And another very good shot. You actually finish that rock off. It dies. And what happens when this rock dies is the bolt like hits it in its skull. It turns its head to the side. Its body falls on the ground, and then it starts to melt. It like turns into this thick black
Goop.
It's like a concentrated pile of bone and blood and viscera, and it leaves behind this kind of sleek, oil slick puddle that's like dripping down in this direction. Yeah, ichor.
Don't waste that. We need that for fuel.
Does someone want to yell out to him like not to touch
It's
it?
poisonous. Don't touch it.
Alright.
It's hurtful.
This rock is going to just screech as loud as it can in your face, Otto. And make a Constitution saving throw. It's a stunning screech. And it doesn't affect you. It kind of rings your ears a little bit, but that's about it. And it kind of just jumps and splashes in the puddle of the nearby rock. This one is going to fly forward and just plant itself down here. It actually provokes from you, Raven, if you want to take an attack. It goes in and out of your reach.
Gee. Alright.
You better think about that real hard, dude. Oh, wow. You did do it. Okay.
Do you have a dagger out? Do you have a dagger out?
Huh? Well, yeah, I always have my dagger out for melee, but it has my War Mage Ruby thingy on it.
Fair enough. It's a miss.
Alright.
And it plants itself here because it's going to do its screech.
How does it do it that way towards Brackle?
It hits Nez, Raven, Zygon, and Bargle. You hear this stunning screech. And unless you're a demon,
10,
make a Constitution
15?
saving throw.
So, Bargle, you do have a +5 on your roll.
Oh, it's not a 15? Come on, I can use that.
+5 now?
Yeah, I have max charisma.
You're
Awesome.
hit with the screech, Raven, and you're stunned. Zygon, you're not affected. Bargle, you're not affected. And Nez, that'll get you from around the corner there too. You're also stunned. You're stunned for 1 round. And while you're stunned, you're incapacitated. You can't move. You can only speak falteringly. And all that other stuff there.
Can I use my favor of the gods?
Sure.
Right.
Alright, suddenly
15.
this little like tornado of fire just snaps up around you and you're not stunned. And the rock ends its turn there. Bargle.
Alright. 10 there, attack with the great axe. Recklessly. And bonus action rage before this starts, actually.
Okay. Hit. Alright, you slash into it and cut through some of its feathery wings. Correct.
Ooh, rock wings for supper.
Alright, another good hit. And you hit it like in its arm. And you
44.
basically sever its entire arm off. And this thing is in very bad shape. It's still alive though.
Gonna surge.
And one more hit and you think this thing's gone. That's a hit. And yeah, you just turn it into slush. Cut through it. Ichor sprays everywhere.
20, 30.
Raven, you just hit
Right.
with that stunning screech. So
Since I can talk haltingly and stuff, I'm going to say, I'm your president.
okay. All right, this rock's going to leap forward, and it's going to jump straight at Zygon and try to slash at him with a talon and then a beak. And you hold up your shield and block those attacks. Nez.
I'm going to continue. So twin guiding bolt, and I'll attack this one right in front of Raven, and then this one down here by Zygon. So the one at Raven first.
Okay. I think this one as well. I think the guiding bolt wears off now at your turn from last turn. Too.
Yeah, every turn.
It's not illegal. Hit same one twice.
12 is a miss. And
26.
that is definitely a hit. Eclipse of Rock breaks through some of its wing, and then this golden aura illuminates it.
Okay, I'm going to, as a bonus action, I'm going to Healing Light. And I'll reach out and touch Raven with that for 4d6.
Woohoo!
1, 2, 4d6. 12, damn. Well, 12 hit points.
Better than a kick in the ass.
Yep. And that'll be my turn, so EOT.
Zygon, you're still on the spores. You need to make a constitution saving throw.
Alrighty. Pow.
Actually, sorry, wait. These ones don't linger. Never mind, they're gone.
Hooray!
Yeah, these, it's an instantaneous thing.
Okay. I'm going to move like up here a little bit. How many rocks do we still have? There's one over here, like these three.
3 here and like 2 up there.
Okay. Let's go ahead and cast a Wrathful. And then let's try to finish this guy off. First attack.
That is a hit, and you flood its mind with psychic energy, and it will make a wisdom saving throw. It has advantage.
Okay.
21.
Still takes the 2, I believe, and then second attack.
That's another hit.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give it a little, a light touch, like just a little bit of just some love.
Alright, 24 damage. Your golden warhammer melts that rock down into a slush.
And that would be my turn. Let me hit end OT.
Right, this rock's eye core just starts to kind of drip down, basically.
Catch it before it goes off the edge.
Alright, the one that you had hit with the synaptic static Raven, it does not look happy to see you.
Am I still stunned? Now that my turn's over? Or...
You're stunned until
Or is
the
that
end of this guy's turn.
Oh, okay, alright.
Which hasn't been yet.
Well, it's never going to end because he's dead.
It's gonna try and bite you. Like, I've got the, he's still in initiative, so we'll know. And then he tries to claw you, and he does have the synaptic static, so 21. Alright, you're hit.
That's a hit.
It slashes you for 12 damage.
Alright.
And
I look back over my shoulder. Thanks.
it seems to be clear of the synaptic static now, too. Alright, it's a more Ichor just kind of drips down here, and he's going out of initiative. Otto.
Attacking the one in front of me.
The dodgy crossbow bolt. It breaks.
And again.
Hit. Sorry, 13 is a miss. saw the plus and the minus. Oh, yeah, 13.
And that's my turn.
Alright, one down, another one to go. This one tried to screech at you. Failing that, it's just gonna do things the old-fashioned way. It's gonna try and claw at you with a talon. It misses. It tries to bite you with its razor-sharp beak. It hits you for 7 piercing. And its turn is done. Alright, you're not stunned anymore, Raven.
Woohoo!
And there's just like these big patches of ichor everywhere. Now. Alright, Bargle.
Alright, 10. Going recklessly at the rock.
That's a hit. Alright, you slash into this thing. It's looking pretty badly bloodied. Crit. You guys are pulling out the big guns today. And just as well, because 6 rocks ain't no joke. This rock is just smelted. Turns into ichor.
Don't walk in this stuff. Blah.
There's room there. Doesn't have to get in it.
If I go south one more, am I in the ichor or not?
Oh, there's room in between these two. There's room here.
Am I able to do a weapon swap in the middle of the turn?
Yeah, you can swap one weapon per turn.
Okay, then I'll swap to the glaive and then use my bonus action, reach over Zygon and hit the rock.
Alright, you have advantage. Oh, you have advantage anyway because of reckless. And it is a miss. The rock jumps back, dodges the glaive attack. Raven.
All right. I'm going to hit the rock with Eldritch Blast and slow its speed by 10 feet in case it kills Zygon. It comes at me.
Okay.
It won't, but you know, it
Miss.
might. All right,
Never
try
know.
again.
It's another miss. It just
Clear at Bargle for stealing my advantage. Yeah.
covers itself with its wings and blocks both beams.
There we go. And hey, I'm Raven. How you doing?
How you doing?
This rock is just going to screech in Zygon and Vargle's faces. Both of you make a Constitution save for the stunning screech. Doesn't affect you, Zygon, and doesn't bother either of you guys. And that's it.
You offered a tic tac.
Let's go.
It's that one. Come on.
Oh yeah, first beam just kind of hits this wall. Woof. Second one smashes into the rock and hits it.
Well,
Just takes off a couple of feathers.
yeah, it's my turn.
Zygon.
Just 2 quick swings.
Miss. And a hit.
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, he's got a
It's
couple
not-
of bruises on it now, that rock. Otto. Soloing 2 rocks by himself over here.
I'm going to attack this one in front of me again.
That's a hit. You hit it in the arm. That's a hit. And you hit it in its torso. It's got a couple of small injuries on it now. And it just retaliates, attacking you back. But before that, it's going to just release its spores. It's just going to kick up this big cloud of toxic spores. You need to make a Constitution save against poison. And they fall over you and don't affect you at all. And that's its turn. Bargle.
10, 20. There's some kind of table here to my right.
It's yeah, some kind of table to you. It's got like buttons and stuff on it.
Can I stand on it? Do attack the frog.
You can stand next to it. There's room. You can be in that square. It's fine.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
All it is
opposite
difficult
side of it.
terrain.
Alright.
Like, there's enough room for you to fight there comfortably.
All right, reckless.
That hits. Alright, you pull out the axe and sweep through this rock. 28 damage. It's bloodied now. And another crit. And that rock is seriously injured. 37 damage. It's dripping with ichor. Feathers are flying through the air.
Right, and Great Weapon Master bonus.
That is a hit. You swing the axe around again and just cut straight through his neck. Wow, the rock falls to the side. Melts into ichor. Raven.
Is that a door?
It is.
All right, I'm going to open the door.
You open the door and there is a rock. 10 feet
Yeah,
away
I'm going to
from
shoot
you,
him.
scratching at this guy with bandages on his head.
Shoot him, push him back 10 feet.
Hit. And crash of force knocks the rock back 10 feet.
And again.
And then you almost hit the guy. You almost hit Otto, Raven.
This way! This way!
Why would you do that?
And then back. Because
Difficult
he
terrain,
surprised me.
So
Yeah, sorry, I meant to...
you can only get so far. 3 squares
Yep.
per turn.
Did you leave the door open?
Yeah, it's still open.
Yeah, door's open.
All right, I'll Eldritch Blast this one too.
It's got half cover from the doorway and whatnot. That's a miss. That is a hit. And a good hit. That beam smashes into it. The rock is looking bloodied now. It's hurt.
I'll move up
Here.
to the door.
He should be able to... Don't move up to the door. How's he going to get in if you're there? I guess not getting
Yeah, I'll
in
stay
next
there.
round anyway.
Syken.
Okay. 30 feet of movement to get here. And then I'll probably just like dash to get over here to just
That's
bother him.
difficult terrain. This is like a 20-degree angle, so every square costs you 10 feet, so you can only go 6.
Okay. This was 30.
That's
So
60 feet where you are. Unless you're going through the
then-
ichor.
Yeah. Then I guess that's my turn.
Alright, yeah, it's you rush forward. Like if you were to just get knocked over, you'd probably like slide off the edge here. It's quite an angle. Not that I'm saying that's going to happen, but you know. Alright, Otto.
Gonna attack this one.
It's a miss.
And again.
And that hits. As it's behind the wall, you've got that sharp shooter eye, and you only need to see just a little bit of it. A bolt goes straight through its neck. It screeches, and it screeches loud. It's still alive. It clambers forward, a mixture of flying and clawing along the ground. It comes fully around the corner and just starts trying to rip into you, Otto. With its talons, it hits for 11 slashing. Then it tries to bite you with its beak, and it just gets its beak caught on the ground.
Bites its tongue off.
Boggle.
All right. 10, 20, 30. Cross with the rock.
Pull out the crossbow, and that is a hit. And
I don't think rage applies ranged.
no, the bolt basically bounces off of it. It resists the damage, just like a tiny little bruise. Raven.
All right. I'm going to shoot it. Push it back.
Okay. Do you have
15.
sharpshooter, Raven?
I got spell sniper.
Spell sniper.
Ignores the cover.
That ignores the cover, right? That is a hit then.
Okay.
And did you want to? Are you trying to like push it this way?
Yeah,
This way?
well, I guess back that way
Sure.
there.
All right, just knock back 10 feet.
And I'll do it again. And knock it.
That hits it, and it knocks it back. The frog's still alive, but very seriously injured.
Okay.
Nez.
Naz will step up into the door and Eldritch Blast it twice.
That is a hit. And that first beam just knocks it into the wall. Kills it.
Alright, she'll step out in this room.
You look around and there's no more hazards. No more rocks flying in. No more of these bone whelks falling in through the ceiling or squeezing up through the floor.
Hooray!
Yeah, Otto says, thank you, friends.
Anytime. And Raven's just gonna collapse on the floor there.
And those were some pissed off chickens.
You can't even eat the wings. That sucks. Are we out of combat? Or?
Yeah, it's all over. Fight. Oh yeah, I should probably remove the initiative order, but yeah, no more hazards, no more threats. Apart from Zygon with his shield, there's no more threats.
What?
Or hazards.
Yeah.
What? I resemble that remark.
Resemble?
Yes. I mean what I say, and I say what I mean.
Alright, that dancing lights will go down now too. It's a 1 minute spell. Forgot it was concentration too, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. So, you guys look around, and there's not really much here. And as you've actually searched on most of this level, and you didn't find anything of interest. But yeah, everything looks like it's been kind of scavenged and relatively picked clean.
I'll ask Raven if he needs some healing. I don't have any major healing, but I can give him some hit points if he feels he needs it that way. Or do we want to take a short rest?
I think that it's probably. Is it like a touchy thing or something you can do from across the room?
Yeah, healing word.
And then I think it's probably best to save it in case someone actually goes down, because that kind of hit points with the things in here ain't gonna hit too much.
Yeah. If necessary, we may just need to take a little break, have a Kit Kat.
That's true.
Now, did I hear there was a whole bunch of items was regurgitated down here?
Yeah, they're actually mixed in with Ichor now.
Ew.
But
Alright,
yeah,
I'll go
well,
pee on-
they
I'll go
spat
pee
out
on
all
them to
over
clean it
here.
off.
There's a mace, a couple of spell scrolls, a ring, and a helmet.
Oh, who's taking care of inventory? Well, Nico's in here.
I think
Nico
we just added
takes
stuff
the-
to... Oh yeah, does he usually do it? Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
it's you.
All right. I guess it's me. All right. Where is it?
Are you fishing these items out of the Ichor?
Of course.
All right, you go over and take the items one by one, and your hands are covered with this slick, greasy, concentrated blood of demons, and a
All
bit of
right.
it gets into a gap of your gauntlet. So I can make a Constitution saving throw. You're very lucky. It doesn't affect you. You get a 10. Your aura protects you. You get the items, and these items here. +1 mace, spell scroll of augury, spell scroll of mass healing word, ring of mind shielding, Helm of Telepathy. You can kind of wash them off with a water skin or whatnot. If you even have
All
one,
right.
but you can clean them up. Does anyone have prestidigitation?
Oh, hey, hold on. Sam, I forgot to ask. Did my my alterations heal? Because don't I have a tail and my limbs are longer than normal right now?
Yeah, that hasn't been
Or
healed.
did that go away?
No, that's permanent. It's a new you.
That's right. We
Ring
didn't pay
of-
body money to fix you.
Ring of Mind Shielding. Okay, I need to add that here.
Well, you can have a think about who's going to get those items. So there were, extra magic items that those other party members had. And I'll just presume that you guys are mourning the loss of 2 people that were literally just spat out and chewed up and spat out. But you don't have to roleplay that.
Okay.
There is something you noticed though. There's no
All
way
the stuff is clean.
There's no way these bone whelks could have taken. Like, you guys fought those bone whelks. There's no way that the bone whelks would do that kind of damage to 2 of your allies that quickly.
So Orb of Dragonkind is gone, right? So
Yeah.
So you guys suspect that there is another creature lingering that did this.
Is any of my bolts recoverable?
Yeah, you can get back half of what you shot rounded down. You can just do a rough estimate. You don't have to really keep track that much. So you guys are looking to rest?
I think so. Well, at least try to.
Here's a good
Yeah, we
place
can try.
as any. So you guys sit down, and as long as you're kind of holding on to something or moving carefully, you're not going to slip off full 300 feet into the river Styx. So everyone take a short rest. Nothing much happening here, apart from the hot, oppressive heat wafting in through the gaps of the side of this fortress. There's nothing really else that you notice while you're here. And Nico and Lulu just say that they checked the floor below and they didn't find an adamantine rod, but they're going to systematically continue making their way down now, all through all 43 floors below you, just to make sure that they don't miss it.
So yeah, so for the new folk, if there's any magic items, so there's a bunch of magic items that are listed along with who's carrying them. There's also a few that are currently unclaimed. So if you need them, just let me know, and I'll put it down as under you.
Roger that.
Unclaimed. Is there a list somewhere?
Yeah, there is a there's a
It's in the journal.
thing. There's a handout that just says party loot.
If you look in the characters folder as well, the items are all there too, magic items. You don't really need to track them on the party loot, but it's good that if you do, that's fine too.
Yeah, it's just so that we know who has what,
Yeah.
in case of a mishap, per se, like getting eaten by a slime. I don't know.
Speaking of that, who will take these items?
I just have them listed as blank for now.
Who's holding them?
Like, I'm assuming since I'm party loot person, I'll be holding them for the most part.
That's it. We trust you, Zygon.
You put them in
Yeah.
Raven's bag. You can put them in Raven's bag of holding.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go with the funny face.
Do we really have bracers of defense?
I believe so. Yeah, I did not add that in randomly.
Most,
Yeah,
they-
we do have
I'll take
boosters.
those.
The items they are on Nico. I've got all the magic items sorted out in everyone's folders. So if you look on people's characters, you'll see a folder called magic items, and that's all divvied out that way. So the only ones up for grab: +1 mace, spell scroll of augury. These 5 items here. Helm of telepathy. So we'll divvy them out now. If anyone wants to make use of them, you could. So
Oh.
if you're not, then Zygon can hold on to it, I guess.
Yeah. Who has the wand of magic missiles then?
Nobody
Alandir.
right now.
Alandir. Okay.
Yeah.
Is he still alive?
Yeah. He's watching the war machines. Look, he's right here actually. See?
Oh.
He's down here.
Oh, okay.
He waves up at you.
Cool.
Hey.
Hey guys. How you doing?
I pee off the edge and try to hit him.
Hope you're doing all right.
Alright, if no one wants to claim the items, I can hold on to them. But items are good being used. Does anyone have an interest in the +1 mace? It's just a regular +1 mace, except it can also be used for a little torch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like a no, so I'll just hold on to it.
Spell scroll of augury. Augury is a cleric, and I think maybe wizard. Nope, it's just a cleric spell. Okay, so there's no clerics, so you can hold on to that one. Mass healing word.
Yeah, I'm about to pop one of my potions here as well.
Mass healing word is for cleric only, so Zygon can hold on to
I can
that.
cast cleric, so I'll hold on to that.
Yeah, Nico can cast cleric
is
spells,
it-
I believe.
Is it on your spell list?
No.
Then you can't. It's not a.
Okay.
Well, the way that works is like you choose a cleric spell and it becomes a sorcerer spell for you.
Okay.
Oh yeah, does Nico
Greater-
have cleric level? I think he does actually. Yeah,
The potion of greater healing's 44 plus 4, right?
I think go on to Nico then those scrolls. Greater 44 plus 4. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And Nico will hold on to them. So you've got a ring of mind shielding. You can be immune to being scryed on.
I mean, I'll wear that until I find something better.
Sure.
Yeah, I would wear it, but then I wouldn't be able to talk to my buddy.
It's good for this type guy, you know.
Alright, you can attune to that on that short rest. Oh, that's going for. I put it in the wrong file. That's going for Nez. And the Helm of Telepathy. It's like basically the opposite. You can actually just get into people's minds. You can cast detect thoughts like at will, basically. Good if you want to try and see what people are thinking about. Just don't use it on Raven because you'll probably take psychic damage.
I'll do that one too. Nobody wants it. Never know. We
Yep.
might need to read somebody's mind.
Sure.
I'm holding my out for the Vorpal Wand of Firebolt Slaying.
That
Sure.
is attunement, so you don't have any more slots.
Right. Okay.
But you can hold on to it
All right.
and swap it out whenever you can. Alright, so they're divvied up. And there's, you can basically say that there's nothing of interest here. I'll presume that you guys have like told each other like why you're here. Nez is obviously, I mean, unless you're like a charlatan or something, Nez, I'll presume that you share with the party that you're actually here to try and thwart Zariel in any way possible.
Yeah. But I'll leave it at that.
Okay, so yeah, you just say that you're here to thwart Zariel, and they'll tell you that they're pretty much doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And Otto, he's a bit of a lost wanderer. He's got amnesia, so
Hey,
Oh,
you
are
could
you- Are you a JRPG protagonist? Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember anything. The only reason I even know my name is this, and I show you that the butt of my crossbow has property of auto scratched into it.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate.
Maybe you stole that from Otto.
That's possible.
Well, I mean, you're pretty strong yourself. Regardless of anything else, you are pretty strong. So, we'll be happy to have you for now, until hopefully you get more clarity on who and what you are.
Awesome, yeah. I'd love to join y'all. Safety in numbers.
maybe he's a holy font like Lulu and just forgot. Like she.
Oh, where is the little guy?
Lulu's
Is he
with
still scared of me?
yeah. Lulu's with Nico. Lulu was scared about getting shoved back in the glove compartment.
What? He was dead during that time. How could she know?
So yeah, Zygon, your holy paladin, he puts little angel creatures in glove compartments and punches them while they're dead.
There was a story.
No context.
We'll
That's all you
get
need
it.
to know.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, the reason why you guys are here, you're looking for these adamantine rods. You got Nico and Lulu checking all the floors below you, and there's none on this floor. There's only one floor above you. So what do you guys do? When you look out in this direction, you just see this like scorched landscape, barren rust-colored hills, a red-colored fog. There's this river with like a red glowing river of lava and blood, river Styx. And it's just intense heat. It's like a desert, barren wasteland. Some nice artwork of what it looks like out there in Avernus, river Styx. Our warlords.
Do I know where the stairs are going up?
Yeah, there's a ladder actually. It's over here.
They're back that way.
Over in this direction.
Have you guys explored this level already?
I have, and there's really not much else besides what you've seen so far here.
Alright, Zygon, do we have any bottles for you to scoop up some ichor?
Do we have bottles? I don't think we... Can we gather it up? Like, I don't think we actually keep, like, a track of, like, bottles and stuff.
Oh yeah, Alandir has the bottles, because he's Dexy.
Vials
Alright.
are a thing that you need to buy.
Alright, let's go then. Garrett, watch your step.
Alright, you've already managed to force the hatch open. So yeah, Nez, you couldn't actually get up there before. It was like too stuck, but everyone else has forced, well, the other party members had forced it open earlier, so you can climb straight up to the next floor now. There's a couple of small rooms here. There's gashes in the wall, and a ladder leads up to a circular hatch with a valve handle, which is open and leads up to the next floor over here. I'll just move everyone up there as you climb up to investigate more. And I just got to...
Oh crap, before a short rest I should have blown that other spell slot for cure wounds. Oh well.
Go for it, just do it now. You haven't...
Okay.
Nothing's happened in between then and now, so... Doesn't matter.
Alright.
You can do it now.
Actually, I have some medical supplies if you need a potion.
Yeah, I just took a potion there. That's good. 31. That'll get me going.
Okay, so you guys head up.
Yep.
Alright, you've...
Yeah. So?
Oh.
There we go. You've climbed up to the top floor now. And again, everything's made of iron. It kind of almost looks like stone too. This is the hatch that you've arrived up at over here. And it's basically the same layout, you know, it's the same layout for the whole 45 floors. So this room that you're in now, as you climb up through the hatch, there is another iron door, and there are these jagged gashes in the outer wall. You can see the hellish sky of Avernus lighting the small room. The open hatch leads down to the lower decks, and there is this metal console plugged into the wall here. A metal console. I think it's like on Auto Square. Yeah, there.
Ooh. Buttons to push.
Yeah, there's buttons and things like that. Buttons,
Ooh.
levers, dials, knobs.
Any life in it?
There's there's like a
blinking
cord.
lights?
There's like a cord hanging out, Raven, with like some sort of plug, and it's attached from the wall.
Okay. So it's plugged in?
It's not. It's not.
Okay, I'm gonna plug it into the wall then.
Alright, you take this weird looking cord and you take a look at the head of it, and it has like 9 sockets.
Huh. That's a
And
weird reproductive organ.
you push it into the wall and it fits perfectly. There's another cavity in the wall with these 9 gashes in the wall. And they kind of almost arranged like a devil's face, with like horns and like a narrow chin. So you stick that into the wall and suddenly, woo, all of these dials and buttons start to let off this red glow.
Ooh. All right. Any writing on any buttons?
No.
All right. Well, guys, wish me luck. I'm gonna press a button.
All
What
right,
could happen?
you press a button and all of a sudden you hear this wow, wow,
Oh, someone slipped on a cat.
wow.
I press it again.
All right, it stops, and then you hear this this loud instrumental music, and it sounds kind of nice. Sounds like this. It's like a nice, peaceful song.
It's an elevator.
And then all of a sudden, it just cuts out and starts playing this like real heavy metal music.
Okay then.
Rammstein.
And then
Alright.
this blaring sound that just seems to emanate from all around you.
Excellent. So, anything else change in the room?
No? Do you just want to leave
Yeah,
that
someone-
playing?
Yeah,
Okay.
I kind of like that.
Alright.
I press a different button.
You press a different button. Alright, when you do
Yeah.
that music actually cuts off. And
Oh man.
this soothing female voice says, Aj ta nos, Islek is takraj nanok, as modai das. Aj ta
Alright.
nos, Islek is ta krajna nok, as modai das. And those of you
So-
that speak Infernal translate that to, you are important, promotion is your destiny, Asmodeus loves you. You are
Sweet.
important. Promotion is your destiny. Asmodeus loves you. You
I
are
like whoever
important.
lived here.
Promotion is your destiny.
Press another button.
Alright, that stops. And then the next one's like, Gwygwas Uznok! Gwygwas Uznok! Gwygwas Uznok! Saying abandon ship over and over and over and over.
All right. Yeah, keep going.
Alright, you press it again and another one, and it just plays this very like holy music.
Sail away, sail away, sail away.
It's a nice peaceful holy music with like a bird song in the background.
All right. Let's go open this door then.
Okay, you leave it on the
Isn't
holy
the door
music.
You
Yeah,
need the holy music playing.
there is indeed. Alright, you pull open the door to this room, and alright, there's like these red sparks buzzing, raining down from the ceiling through torn holes, falling onto a pair of rectangular machines. The machines have been torn out of the walls, and they stand in the middle of the room with loose wires sticking out like bad hairdos.
Okay.
It's like a metal filing cabinet, each one looks like, with switches and dials.
Take a look. Anything written on these?
These are way more complicated, and yeah, it'll take quite a while to decipher how to figure out what these do. So many buttons, so many dials, different drawers and things that you can pull
But no
out.
labels.
No labels.
Any instruction manuals around?
Unless you're going to spend an hour trying to figure it out, you wouldn't be able to tell.
All right. So, do you guys want to figure this thing out and maybe have our own fortress? Saigon. All right. Let's explore first.
Alright, you move through and similar configuration. there's no door here. It's been like the door is missing. And there's another door across from you. So on the floor below, like this area had been like kind of crumpled. But there's some other rooms here. There's another room off to the side. There's some more control panels. Some machinery here, Raven. It looks damaged.
Okay. Any like gold or platinum wiring or? Yeah.
This thing is also very complicated looking.
Okay. All right. Well, you're there. You might as well open the door.
There's other rooms and other things. Like when you move up to this room, you hear this loud clunk, clunk, like a loud clunk, clunk sound. And this room contains a couple of crates. They're made of iron. It's kind of rusty. And then there's they're in one corner over here. And then in the other corner, there is this iron bell-shaped contraption bolted to the floor. And it's 9 feet tall. It's painted black. There are dents and dings in it. And that's the source of that loud clunk, clunk sound. Otto, looking out here, this is the bridge. There are more sparks raining down from gashes in the ceiling. Much of this room is open to the sky, as you can see. The room looks like it's also been picked clean. Rows of stripped down consoles and a few dangling chains are all that remain. There's large gashes in the floor as well, leading to the levels below. You want to pull that door open, Raven?
Yep.
Okay. There's you're met with sound when you open this door. There's like an inhuman cackling sound. It's quite dark in here. But you've got good
Hello, Mr. Knoll.
vision. And yeah, crouched on a pile of humanoid bones in the far corner of the room is this hunched, hyena-headed humanoid, a gnoll. It looks underfed, very skinny. And it's just hunched over, gnawing on some bones. And kicks its head back and cackles maniacally. And
Hello, Knoll.
near this nest of bones, there is an iron door. It doesn't pay any attention when you say hello. And lying on the floor near you, there is a pair of glass bell-shaped horns attached to some loose wires. They look like they were removed from a pair of tall, slender metal machines that stand on the wall opposite to you. So some wires here, machine here. And the gnoll doesn't... it's acting strangely.
Oh, it's probably insane. In a bit. I pick up the wires and walk to the machine.
Okay, it doesn't really pay any attention to, but it seems quite protective of its bones. It kind of just covers the bones with as much of its body as it can while picking through and gnawing at them.
So, can the wires be spliced?
Take a look, and this panel it's like a vertical filing cabinet, switches and burnt out lights, and I mean, it's gonna take quite some expertise and probably an hour to try and figure out how to use this. You'd need to be proficient in Arcana to even start to comprehend it.
Well, I am proficient in Arcana.
I'll make an Arcana check then. You can't even begin to try and figure this out, Raven.
Yeah.
Can I cast Dancing Lights again?
Okay.
I want to keep that up as much as possible.
Hey, Noli, what you got in the pile there? Anything good? Any rods?
It looks up at you now as you get a little bit closer. Starts to cackle and it eyes you suspiciously. But yeah, something is wrong with this gnoll, and if you make a you could do an investigation check or an Arcana check. You can see if you can figure out what's going on with this thing.
I know what's wrong with him. He doesn't have a leash.
No idea, Raven.
Are you okay, Mr. Knoll? Are you real?
It turns its back to you and starts chewing on more bones.
Okay. I'm going to try to get a look at anything in the pile that I can see that aren't bones.
Make a perception check.
I'm not afraid of no doggy.
As far as you can tell, just chewed on bones. Bones that have been chewed on time and time and time again.
Alright, I'll chuck a ration over into the corner there.
It looks up at you and it slowly moves towards the ration while being hunched over. It runs on all fours. It quickly snatches it up and runs, scampering back to its nest. Starts chewing on it.
I will call you George. Come on, George, let's go home. George, home. Let's go.
It's not really
I hold
paying
up
any
another little
attention
bit
to
of
you.
ration.
You hold up the ration and
George, come.
it doesn't approach you. It just backs up into the corner and starts scooping up its bones while having the ration in its mouth, and its tongue is sticking out and it's kind of drooling a little bit.
Alright, so nothing in the pile other than the bones?
No, just bones.
Alright. Well, this is cruel for a creature to live like that. Sorry, doggy. Time to put you down.
You're attacking it?
Yep.
When you point your hand at it to attack, it attacks back. It doesn't let you just freely shoot it. So roll initiative. Or unless someone is opposed or wants to stop Raven. Okay. I don't hear any objections. You point your hand at it, you're going to put it out of its misery, and it starts to hiss at you. And it goes like wild and looks like it's going to bite or something like that.
Righty.
Okay.
Otto, put it out of its misery.
What do you do?
You did say it's fighting back.
Oh yeah.
I am gonna fire 2 bolts at it.
It's like a wild animal. That hits. And when you hit the knoll, it actually you hit it straight in the neck. It doesn't die though. And I need to check something here. Yeah, it doesn't die. And it's quite strong. Ah! It didn't even look like it really affected it. Alright, you hit it again. Another direct hit. And again. Right, there's something going on here. It looks like an illusion imposed over the knoll. When the bolt hits the knoll, it kind of goes through the knoll's flesh.
Buzzes.
And yeah, the image around the knoll becomes translucent. And what you see is this kind of greyish skinned, toad-headed humanoid carrying a great sword. A death slat.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Alright.
Hot sauce.
Everyone sees that now.
Yep.
But it still has that illusion kind of flickering over it.
Ah. Yike. 20, 30, and I will shoot it to slow it. No, I
Nice.
will shoot it to slow it.
And
I
another
look at my
miss.
hands in disgust. Alright, your turn.
As you see these bolts sticking out of it, the bolts that Otto shot into it are ejected from its flesh. They're spat out onto the ground, and its wounds start to heal up. Bargle.
All right. I can't rage. Going reckless.
Miss.
Good thing about reckless.
And a hit. It does try to defend itself. It brings up its great sword. It looks like the knoll's just holding its hands up with the image that's imposed over it, and you slash into it. And it's looking a little bit hurt now. It regenerates. Its wounds heal up. And it tries to attack you back. It looks like the knoll's going to bite you and claw you, but the slat itself, without the illusion, is actually swinging its greatsword instead of clawing. That hits. And whoosh, you hit for 15 points of damage. 8 necrotic, 7 slashing. And it swings again.
Would Great Weapon Master work on the sword or not? Not Great Weapon Master, Armor Master.
Yes. So reduce the slashing down to 4 for that attack, so 12 points. And then it hits you again. And you take 10 slashing and 6 necrotic, so 16 points. And then it tries to bite you. Ah! And it's a crit. It chomps onto 4. 16 piercing and 19 necrotic. It just bites you on the face and your flesh is withering. And it's got a hell of a bite. Bargle's looking kind of hurt. And it doesn't remove itself from its nest. It's just going to stay there. Alright, Nez.
I'll move up to there, and she's going to see. I just got to bolt it. So, no, Eldritch Blast it. Yeah, Eldritch Blast it twice.
Okay.
First one.
That hits.
Second.
Second attack is a miss. When you hit it with that first beam, it knocks the slide back and that illusion surrounding it drops. It's in its true form now.
Alright, that's my turn.
Zygon.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and head over here. I'm going to go ahead and try. I'm going to go ahead and bonus action cast Wrathful Smite. Ooh, 1 damage. And then first attack with my Warhammer.
And it's a miss. It blocks your Warhammer with its greatsword.
Oh, interesting. Second attack.
And that hits it. Alright, the Warhammer slams into it. It's looking a bit hurt again. And it makes a wisdom saving throw. It has advantage. Magic resistance. But it fails. It takes the psychic damage already. And then it Wrathful is it can't
Frightened.
Oh, it's frightened. Okay. Alright, it's frightened of you now.
Yep. And that's my turn.
Otto.
Is this normal terrain now, or is it still difficult?
It's not as bad here. No difficult terrain in this room.
And I'm going to attack it twice.
Miss. That hits. Alright, the bolt sticks straight into the slud's torso, and it is hurt. It's hurting bad. Raven.
Alrighty. Do. Shoot and shoot.
Miss. And a miss. It just
Damn.
and the
I
beams
need
are
to
bouncing
recharge my
off it.
finger.
Its flesh is very tough. Bargle.
All right, bonus action. I'm going to activate my Gauntlets of Flame,
Okay.
and then going at it reckless again.
Right, the axe is surrounded in fire. The Death's Lad brings up its greatsword and parries a 14. Miss. And it blocks a 15 as well.
Oof. All right. Surge.
21 hits. You hack into it. Looking very hurt. And 10 is a miss.
Oh, Christ.
It may look kind of dumbfounded, but it still knows how to swing a sword.
So, at start of their turn, movement speed is reduced to 0, and they take 4 damage.
Alright, you see it start to deal with this conquering presence. A bit of blood kind of drips from its mouth, but it also has some other injuries on it close up as it regenerates. And it kind of shuns you, Zygon, and it's going to swing its greatsword at you at disadvantage.
So, regular, right? Because he would have had advantage.
What was giving it advantage?
Reckless.
Right, you're Zygon.
Oh, he's hitting me. Okay.
Yeah, Zygon.
Okay, that's good.
Swings
That's
at
a
you
miss.
at disadvantage. He doesn't like you, and he's going to do that again. And that's going to miss. And he's going to try and bite you as well. And he hits.
Yep.
He chomps onto you for 10
Taking
piercing,
12.
2 necrotic. Yeah, 12 points. 10
Yeah.
piercing, 2 necrotic.
Yeah, and then my concentration save add 5 to that.
Oh, yeah,
So-
I didn't give you the marker. I forgot you have to keep concentrating. So just roll that manually.
Yep.
And he gets a wisdom save at the end of his turn for that one.
He needs to use his action to make a wisdom check.
Okay. It just keeps on swinging. This thing just seems like it's very one-dimensional. It's like drooling as well. There's clearly something wrong with this lad. It hasn't like done any spells or anything too. Right, Nez.
I'm going to Guiding Bolt it with at second level.
Alrighty, and that's a hit. A massive guiding bolt slams into it, knocking it back, illuminating it.
Yeah, and she'll stay right there. It's her turn. And I'll be right back.
Okay. Zygon.
End of turn.
Alright, still concentrating on it, just going to keep on wailing at it. First attack.
16 is a miss.
Alright, second attack. That's a miss.
14 is a miss.
Oh well.
Uses its greatsword to block incoming attack. Otto.
I'm just gonna attack it again.
And miss. Hit. It's taking a lot to bring this thing down. Even a bolt straight in its neck has not brought it down. It's still standing. Raven.
All right.
Miss. And a miss. Things bounce
Alrighty.
off of it.
I don't like these things. They're immune to Eldritch Blasts.
Vargo.
So regular attack.
Miss. This thing is working magic with his
Ouch.
greatsword, just ding, 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 blocking every single attack just about every attack that's thrown at it. Then you find a gap and you lob the axe straight into it. 22 is a hit.
No, I didn't know. I didn't
That's regular.
I didn't say reckless
Oh,
this time around.
You're not reckless.
Yeah, it's regular attack. So
Miss.
that misses too. All right, bonus action, second wind. There we go.
Alright, it's going to swing its greatsword up at you, Bargle, at disadvantage. and it completely misses as it cowers from Zygon. It's going to continue that sword sweep around to Zygon, and that's going to miss. And it's going to try and bite him on the face, and it misses. You're just like keeping it down with that conquering presence. It regenerates a bit though.
It also took 4 damage, by the way, from the
generated more than what it's taking, but with the other injuries that it's suffered, it's close to going down. Nez. I don't know if he's back yet. Are you here, Tim? I think.
No, I don't think so.
Alright, I'm just gonna make him do a couple of Eldritch Blasts then. That's what he'll do. I don't want to burn his spells. Pew pew, he says.
I thought he was going to fireball the entire room.
And he just says, enough of this. Actually, that first one would have missed because of cover. That second crit is just enough to put it out of its misery.
Sweet.
And it just falls over dead. It doesn't like melt down like a demon or anything. It just falls on this pile of bones. Alright, we'll take a 10-minute break now. Now's a good time to take a break. Take a quick breather. I'll see you guys back shortly.
Alright.
Let's see what's on the other side of this door. Hey guys.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
All right, how you guys?
Good.
Hmm.
Alright, so Alan is here. Alright, you're still at the wrecked flying fortress, Alan Deer, and you've been with Nico and Lulu, just periodically searching the lower levels of the fortress for these adamantine rods, and you haven't found any, so you've just come up to see how everyone else is doing. So Nico and Lulu and Chaka and Clonk, they're down below you guys somewhere. You know, the two Kenku help you guys scavenge. You've just climbed up to the top floor and you see some people you don't recognize, Alan Deer, in this room over here. Everyone is. Some light, and here you guys are.
Well met, Otto One Eye.
Oh, friend or foe?
We haven't decided yet.
Friend?
Otto says hi and steps aside so that I'm not blocking the door.
Alan Deer, you've seen like all of these weird control panels and cords and stuff like that. This level is pretty much got the same kit configuration. The room that you're in now has a dead death slad laying on the ground. This frog creature. Greatsword laying on the ground next to it, and everyone's standing around here searching for rods, basically. So, here you guys are. No rods yet. Search continues.
Mm-hmm.
So there are these panels, there's machinery in the room, and again, you'd have to be pretty well versed in the arts of Arcana and spend some time here to even try to begin to fathom how these things work. Other than that, there is just an iron door set against the east wall here. So what do you guys do?
Do we want to check that door?
Yes, please. Where is it? Where is the door? Is it like outside or?
It's against the eastern wall, next to where the knoll was.
Okay. Then I'll open the door.
Okay, you open it up, and behind that door
Surprise!
is another door.
Gosh.
Behind door number 1 is door number 2.
So yeah,
Is this a?
the floor here, because of like the floor, it kind of seems like a bit of a low point in like the slant of this thing. So the ground's relatively flat here, and
You look like you could use a hug.
just a small room and a door at the end of this small room.
There you go, little hug for you, Bargle.
All right. Well, I hope this isn't an airlock and I don't get sucked into space. But I will
Alright,
open
go
this
to the door
door.
and I press the button.
Okay, you pull this one open, and you find a dark
Hang on.
room.
There you go.
Oh no, my mortal enemy.
It contains a metal console that's been torn free from the wall to your right as you enter, and pinned between the console and another wall is this small, desiccated, winged devil corpse. It looks like it was crushed to death. And in another corner, there is a block of infernal iron. It's 3 feet on the side. It's a locked safe with clawed feet and a 3-dial mechanism built into its thick door. And each dial bears numerals written in infernal.
Awesome. Oh, who's a safe cracker?
Is there anything on this like that? I assume this is a desk, right?
It's another one of these control panels, and it's got buttons and cords and yeah, it looks like this console's like basically come out of the wall and just squashed the devil, pinned him up against the wall, and he's dead, crushed to death.
Man, I feel like that scene in Zoolander where Zoolander and his guy and his friend are trying to like hack a computer.
Basically,
This is what Zygon is feeling right now.
accurate reenactment. Okay, so it's a safe. 3-digit safe. The numbers are written in Infernal.
Is the safe like bolted to the floor? Can we just like?
No, it's not bolted to the floor. It's a freestanding block, as far as you can
How
tell.
heavy is it?
Yeah, I'm just worried about like
Do you bring your scales?
the corpse. Like, I'm wondering if we can just like bring it outside into a more open area, before anybody tries to unlock it or whatever.
So yeah,
You just drop it off the edge and see if it opens.
It's pretty damn big. It's about the size of almost like the size of a bar fridge. 3 feet on the side. It's like a block. It's made of iron. Probably weighs a couple 100 pounds. And it's quite hefty. This is going to take multiple people to move.
I can put it in my bag.
It's like,
Oh.
Bargle, do you want to help me move this outside?
Sure.
We'll try to carry it between the two of us.
It does not
See if we
budge.
can
You
just-
cannot move it for the life of you. You can't see why it's not moving. It's stuck. Stuck to the ground.
I'm gonna look.
Okay then.
Can you describe like the locking mechanism or whatever? Can you describe that again?
It's a dial, and it has it's a 3-dial mechanism built into the door. So 3-digit code is needed.
Maybe it's already unlocked. I'm just gonna try the handle first.
It does have an iron handle. You push it down and it doesn't budge. It's locked.
Okay. Right, and then what's holding it to the floor? Is it like quads dug in, or
Nothing is holding it to the floor.
Huh.
It is a clawed. It does have clawed feet, and
Okay.
it's not bolted or anything like
so
that.
it's just friggin' heavy?
I mean, it's not that heavy. I mean, with Bargle and Zygon and some of your strongest characters here, you should be able to move it. There's something keeping it stuck. It's firmly stuck.
All right. I'm gonna investigate that. It's not magnetism because my armor isn't being dragged. So maybe some kind of solvent or something, or glue, or
Alright, you can make a investigation check, Raven, try and figure it out. And that's probably the only thing you can think of as a glue.
maybe some of the demon ichor from before might dissolve some of the glue or whatever's holding it down. Anybody got any demon ichor vials?
How many do we have?
I think I have a few. Let me see.
Ichor
Actually, I
Yes.
have the salt coins.
7, type 1, 1 type 3, 1 type 4. Ichor is not going to
Not gonna
fix
dissolve
this. Yeah, this would be like,
Okay.
you know,
Alright.
Did you say this
universal
other thing in the
solvent. You need universal
other
solvent.
thing in the room is a
we get some
console or
food
is it a
on.
desk or something?
Console. Another one of these consoles with buttons and knobs and dials and things like that. It looked like it was attached to the wall here, and probably when this thing crashed, that console's ripped out of the wall and was just pinned a devil against the wall here.
And what was the corpse
How old
or
is it?
whatever? Or just what is it? I mean, is it
It's
a
a
skeleton or something?
yeah. A winged devil. It looks like it was crushed to death.
Do I have any idea what may work as a solvent for this?
Yeah, universal solvent. An extremely rare magic item
Oh yeah, hey, I got some of that. Yeah,
that you do not possess.
I pee on the floor by it. All right, let's go then. right, no. We're
As
gonna
far
have
as
to
you
open
can
it from
tell,
here.
there's no moving this thing. You did a good investigation too, Raven. It seems to be
Yeah.
made of some sort of very powerful infernal iron. It looks watertight, airtight, and you're going to need the combination. It's a 3-digit combination.
I know this is a stupid question, but is that the crushed devil? Is he like wearing? Does he have any pouches, pockets, anything?
No, it's just a skeleton. No clothes. Devils don't usually wear clothes. Sometimes they wear Prada, but that's about it.
Was the Slod back in this back room?
Yeah, his corpse is on this pile of bones.
How
He
many
didn't have
numbers?
anything on him, did he?
No, naked. A lot of these creatures are naked.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of.
Are the numbers on there 0 to 10 or?
You can read Infernal, Raven?
Yep, I can. I can read everything.
Yeah, you can turn the dial.
Okay.
0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9. Okay.
And here's the Infernal script as well. I'll show you the Infernal script. Not that you need it, but it's just some artwork. If I can find it somewhere.
Yeah. Could someone smarter than me try to figure out this console?
But
Alright.
with the investigation.
The console, it's going to require an Arcana check.
All right.
You
I'll
need
do an
to
Arcana on it.
have some sort of like magical background. Stumped. Even being,
Come on. Is there a keyboard on this console?
There's all these strange patterns, dials, glyphs, and you got no idea.
Keyboard.
No keyboard.
Okay.
Doesn't have a keyboard. But yeah, with a 12, you can't make sense of it.
Raven, did you try to look at this already or no?
I'm looking now, and I think that I've solved it.
So, Raven, you can make an Arcana check if you want to look at the panel. This is the panel that crushed the
Yeah.
devil.
I'll give him guidance.
Alright, you take a look over it, and there's no way you can figure this out. This is like some arcane invention that's well above any technology that you've ever encountered.
All right. Start trying combinations. It's only 720 different possible ones with the cancellation of the.
No, it's 0 to 10. So it's 0 is on the dial. So there's 1,000 combinations.
Oh, he didn't say 0. He
There's
said
900.
9.
Oh yeah, 1,000. 1,000 different combinations. All right,
All right.
so
So
if you
that
want
could
to
take us a
try and guess, go for it.
666.
You want to try 666?
That's a good guess.
Well, there's something about this map. I'll just bring you guys over to the map of Avernus. Whenever you've tried to everyone try to measure a square. See if you go on the measuring tool. If you try to find distances on this map, you find that you can't actually use this map for any sort of cardinal navigation. But when you do try to figure it out, 1 square is 666. Anyway, that's
Aha. So that's the first one I tried then.
So what, you're trying 666?
Yep.
It opens. That's it.
Ah, sweet. The next one was going to be 069.
When the dials are set to 666, the safe door, it just automatically unlocks.
Ah, sweet.
Zariel literally has the worst munition setting.
And Ness, you may want to note this.
I better password is capital with a
Really bad at
capital P zero.
passwords. Put that in your notebook.
Yeah.
Potential
1,
Zariel
2, 3,
flaws.
4, 5.
Couldn't even use her mom's birthday.
All right.
All right. So what's in here?
Lo and behold, when the safe swings open, there is only one object resting in here, and that is an adamantine rod.
Woohoo!
Who?
Awesome sauce.
How many do we have?
That was the first one.
We have one.
Oh, good.
Ta-da! It looks like just
Kryptonite.
a few. I mean, it's like a foot long, a bit more than a foot long. Weighs a few pounds, and it is engraved with runes. And it's a word, but this one has the number. This one has the number 1 in it. Actually, no. Wait, is this number 1? I'm just gonna go back to those clues that you guys have from the Sibriacs, and you'll be able to figure out. Alright, this is actually number 2, the rod that you have, and you knew that this one was here. The Sibriacs gave you that one, so bam. Number 2, and it's spelling out a word. There's a few letters on this rod, but you can't figure it out because you don't have all the rods. It's like
let's see, Asmodeus's. Right, I'll look for anything that might be
got
of value
like 2
to
letters
Conquer
on
Chunk.
it. It's got like an AR and an A and an R. That's it. So that's what you came here for. That's 1. 8 to go.
All right. I'm gonna look for anything that Clunker and Chunky might like or think around here on the way
Sure.
out.
Yeah, there are other rooms that haven't been explored on this level.
Yep, we'll keep looking.
Alright, you guys tell me which room you want to look in and I'll describe it for you.
Let's look at this one. Looks like it has pipes.
Okay, you didn't really check out this room either. There are pipes in this room. You want to check out this one first?
Yeah, let's look at that one first.
This has that bell-like contraption that goes clunk, and then a heap of iron crates in the corner.
Let's see what's in the crates.
Sure. The crates are kind of rusted shut slightly, and it's going to take some sort of force to open one of these. The lid's like not coming off. You're cutting your hands when you're trying to open it with your hands.
All right. Psychon, use your can opener.
Yeah, I'll try to use I'll use a crowbar on it to just pry it open.
Go for it. Make an athletics check with advantage. That is the right tool. And the lid just breaks straight open. It's like a thick layer of rust and chip off the side. And lo and behold, it is packed with vial after vial after vial of demon ichor.
Woohoo!
Sweet.
And so is the other one. There are 40 flasks of demon ichor in here.
Those might be worth something.
Is it like all type 1
It's
or?
all type 1. Actually, no, it's not. I lied. It's 10 of each.
Nice.
Write that up in party loot and
Okay,
put it in the bag.
I'll adjust the handouts too. There's a folder dedicated to ichor, so you've got an extra 10 of each type now. Type 1, Type 2, Type 3, and Type 4.
Nice. And then we get 10 of each, right? Okay.
Yeah, you don't really need to actually keep track of that in the party loot because I got the handouts for them anyway.
Yep, I see
And
that.
You got Type 2, Type 3, and Type 4. The higher the type, the stronger it is. The more boost it gives to the vehicle, but the more strain it puts on the infernal engine. Okay, so that's a nice little find there. I mean, that's like over
That's a lot of
1,000
gold.
gold worth of ichor. Yeah, if you were to sell it.
Yeah, that's a decent chunk of change.
Or you could just
What's
completely
this
just
contraption?
screw up the vehicle by tipping it all in at once. I don't know. It's a... Well, sorry. You don't know. I know. That'd be weird if I didn't know.
If you didn't know, Seb.
God, no.
Is it making a noise?
Yeah, it's going clunk. About every minute, it's clunking. It looks like a large bell. It's bolted to the floor. Like all of its sides are firmly bolted into the iron floor. It's 9 feet tall and it's painted black, and there are dents and dings in it.
Can we look up into the bell?
It's on the
From
floor.
laying on the floors?
Yeah, it's like sitting on the
So-
floor with the top of the bell. It's upright.
All right, no gap to like look up and see what's stopping the mechanism from clanging.
This thing is attached to the ground. It's
Okay.
bolted to the floor.
Is there any way to open the top or anything to look? Or...
Make a Arcana check if you want to examine it. These contraptions are all magical. You need to be able to know how to do magic.
Oh, look! I got a belly button, guys. All right, my head hurts.
It's a
looking at
magic
that.
belly button.
Yeah, let's go. My head hurts looking at that.
I'm on a guidance myself on an Arcana.
Sure. You can investigate it and try and figure it out.
I need to find a manual on how to run one of these things.
Yeah, even with your guidance, then there's 13.
No.
Yeah, it's very complicated.
Okay.
Not sure exactly what. You've never seen anything like this before. And you can even hear this clunk once a minute. Clunk, clunk. All right. You continue looking around, and as when you find out that these adamantine rods are for like deposing Zariel, I'm sure that would be right up your alley too.
All right. Nice.
This room contains a heap of pipes that are jutting out of the floor, going into the walls and up into the ceiling. There's pipes, there's nozzles, there's valve handles, and a door.
All right, I'll open the door.
You open the door and it just leads to another room.
Ooh. Oh, hey. I see some pots.
This chamber has a console that's been completely stripped down. Even the cords have been like pulled out of it. There are several rusty pipes that go from the floor to the ceiling, just like straight up over here. And one of them just has this weird, like not really weird, just a large jagged gash inside it, like a big hole in the side of the pipe. It's like a 2-foot long gash.
Like from claws or weapon? Or...
You can make an investigation check.
I have a belly button.
Not sure. Jagged gash.
Hey, Zygon, look in there and see if there's anything in there.
Okay.
All right.
This one right here.
Yeah, take a perception check. Zygon, to take a look inside. You take a look and it's kind of dark, big jagged hole, and there's something in there.
Hey, he's back!
Hello.
Your pet's back.
A sturge pokes its head out of the pipe, and you can hear the buzzing. They start to spill out, sturge after sturge after sturge. Tons of them.
Oh.
Just flooding out of this pipe. And they just keep on coming. I'll roll initiative. These little, giant bat-sized mosquitoes. Alright, so they're all just basically spilling out of this pipe here in the corner. Bloodsuckers. Otto, you're up first.
I'm gonna fire it.
It's a miss. That hits, and that sturge is absolutely decimated. It's just splattered. Yes.
I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay. Alright, you cast Spirit Guardians, Nez, and those dodges are all instantly disintegrated. There's no way that any of them are surviving that. It just melts them all down straight away. And that spell's down for 10 minutes too.
Who's not affected by it? Uh-oh. Don't come too close, Mr. One-Eye Guy.
Ness can exclude One Eye. Doesn't have total cover.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everyone friendly is excluded. And you just see all these like flittering guardians. What do your guardians look like, by the way, Nez? What do you picture them looking like?
They're like little flying mosquitoes, almost like Sturges for that fact. But yeah, they're little flying type of
Little pixie mosquitoes.
yeah, more like a mosquito.
And they just move into the Sturges and just melt them down into nothing.
Stay close, Ness.
Alright, when you stand there, Raven, you hear this this hideous moan. A really loud moan. Coming from down in this hole.
Right. Well, my mom didn't raise any stupid kids. Just reckless. I'm gonna take a look down.
Yeah, I'll move down the other side a little closer too.
Make a perception check. If you want to take a look down. You are quite close to the edge, but if you did fall, you'd just fall onto the floor below.
There you go.
Nothing down there, Raven. Take a look and nothing down there.
Well, okay, I'm gonna lay down and poke my head over and look under the floor. See.
For that, you'll need an acrobatics check.
Okay. Hey, step on my leg or something, will you?
Yeah, I'll hold your pants.
Alright, you can have advantage. Alright, Raven, you take a look down and you just see something like really quickly, like the tail of something. It's like scurry by on the floor below. Scurry by quickly.
Ripley, is that you? Ripley?
It looked like some sort of giant beetle with a very long tail, and it skittled away. It's very large as well. It's like it is about 20 feet long.
Continuing on, people. Don't go down there.
Okay. It's gone away.
Okay.
Alright. Up ahead, there's cells. Big bunch of cells.
Okay, I'm gonna go open this one.
Alright, the doors are bolted shut from the outside. And, yeah, this is where you found yourself. One Eye. Otto. You found yourself in one of these cells. Now, you open the door, Raven, and it doesn't really look like a cell. This has a closet and a miniature console and a chair bolted to the floor. The console has some keys, different letters written in Infernal.
All right, let's take a look.
And above this little desk with this keyboard, it looks like a typewriter, Infernal typewriter. There's a long, slender horn. You could
picked up.
Yell out some orders or something.
Oh, okay. Women and children first.
So when you see this, Otto, you find it to be strange. Maybe it wasn't a cell that you're in.
I'm gonna look at the writing on the keyboard.
Alright.
just see what
Otto,
that says.
as you stand there, you and see that room. Suddenly, this sharp pain fills your mind, and you get this splitting headache, and you see these flashes of like an imp sitting on this seat and holding onto this horn and yelling out some orders. An infernal, and typing furiously with this on the slip of paper. And then that vision goes away. And there's an empty room here. So what do you guys do now?
What's written on the keyboard? There's letters.
From the entire infernal alphabet.
Okay, it's a typewriter, basically.
Yep, I'll
Okay.
give you a handout of what that looks like. Ta-da!
All right. I'm just gonna type out Zariel as a wimp and hit enter. And
Okay.
go to the next room.
Alright, as you type, the words come up on this little slip of paper.
Okay, and then hit enter.
Okay.
All right. Another door here.
Yep.
All right.
You unbolt this one, and it's the same thing. It's another signal desk.
Okay. I'm gonna type. Yeah, I know. And hit enter. All right. That's it for this area then. We should head down while these mosquitoes will protect us. Because there's something big down there. Or we can just jump off the edge. I don't think there's any more rocks out there.
So we going down this way here?
Yep.
It's a
So
10-foot
no, we're gonna go back and go down the stairs, or we're gonna find a spot where we can look out and see our stuff and just jump off the edge and get down there.
It's up to you guys what you do. This leads down to the next floor. You guys are about 300 feet above the ground. You're at the very top of the fortress.
Yeah,
You look out and you see
you
the
could feather fall down.
hellish red sky of Avernus. Inside there's a few red sparks still raining down from the ceiling. Everything is
Did I just
slanted
walk through
in
a
this
wall or
direction.
something, or do something bad? Or
Yeah, I think you just walk through a wall, but you can go
right.
around.
all right,
This is a wall.
oh, there you go. Oops. All right. Oh, we're here. Hey guys, I went up through here and then came around. All right, I think we've explored all we can of this floor.
Oh, there's two
Let's go.
Alandirs. You can wave down. You can look down, wave to Alandirs to come down here.
Hey out there, how you doing?
All right, that Spirit Guardian goes down now. It's been 10 minutes.
Okay.
All right, down we go. This way? No.
This way is the exit. If you're going to climb down the
Oh,
ladder.
okay.
Where is everybody? Oh, we went back.
All right,
Yeah, there's
everyone
the
just
exit.
hold up. Gonna roll initiative.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
Something big emerges from this gaping hole in the floor to the south of the bridge. Around the same area where Callan and Zalcor were snapped.
Disappeared.
Yeah.
Oh, foreshadowing.
You
It's a beetle with a long tail.
Yes, it's that creature from before. It's like it's about 20-25 feet long, and it's hunched over. But even in its hunched over state, with these large spikes jutting out of its back, it's pretty much touching the ceiling. So even hunched over, it's almost 10 feet tall, and it's just like clawed its way out of this hole from the floor below, and it's coming straight in at Nez. And Zygon, you're up.
Where is it?
It's coming from behind the body, at the back of the body.
Okay. 5, 10, 15,
10, 20, 30.
20, 20.
All difficult terrain.
Is it still difficult terrain?
It's all difficult terrain here.
Okay. So
This back room wasn't so bad, but everything else is a 20-degree angle sloping downwards.
So 30 is as far as I can go, and then I'm just going to go ahead and take the dodge action.
Okay. Raven.
Alrighty.
You hear this loud, hideous screech of the creature coming from
10.
behind you guys.
20.
So
Here
breathing
it is.
heavily. It almost seems to be sucking in your soul with every breath.
That's good. I'm going to push it back over the edge.
Miss. Miss. The being
Or
just bounce off its chitin.
30.
This huge monstrosity. It claws along the ground quite quickly. And it makes its way up to Nez, its target. And it opens up this mouth. This massive, hideous maw expands, and these tendrils of purple, crackling necrotic energy are escaping its mouth. And it tries to bite you. And it grabs Ness. And Ness, you'll hit for 43 piercing damage and 13 necrotic. Not only that, it has you grappled. And while you're grappled, you're restrained. And it's still got more movement. It claws along the ground, taking you back towards that hole that it just emerged from. Ends its turn there.
Hellish rebuke inside its mouth.
Okay. Use your action to Hellish Rebuke it. Is that your innate one?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. This is it's one of my spells from
Go for it.
Warlock.
You point your finger at it, and the soul intake monster is surrounded in flame. And it screeches a little bit and makes some effort to try and get out of the way. And it doesn't take the full brunt, but the fire doesn't affect this creature at all. Completely immune.
56.
Yeah, this thing has got a hell of a bite. And it's like it's eating you alive. It's like it's gonna swallow you. Alright, you're up, Ness.
Okay, I'm going to I guess I will just guiding bolt it.
Okay. You're at disadvantage from being restrained. You point your hand at this thing and guiding bolt it straight in the face. That's a hit. It screeches, Wah! It flicks its head back a little bit. It's outlined with that golden energy.
Okay.
Damage.
Well, there it goes. I'm gonna upcast it too.
If you, if you've already rolled, then it's too late to upcast it. You have to.
Okay, that's fine.
You can't. You have to declare level before you cast it.
Oh, but it asks you after you roll.
No, that should be before.
It does,
gives you the drop.
but when you cast a spell, you need to decide the level first. You don't get
Okay,
to
that's fine.
see if you get to hit or not. Doesn't work that
Okay.
way. But you hit him, and this thing is quite tough. A small injury.
Yep, that'd be my turn.
Otto.
If I move through friendly creatures' space, how does that interact with difficult terrain and whatnot?
They're both difficult terrain. They don't stack. So each square is still 10 feet.
Alright, I'm going to take the dash action then.
Woggle.
All right. And seeing how hard I'm just gonna go regular attack.
You've got the unarmored movement as well, right? So you're like 40 feet.
Well, no, I have my long legs. You said my movement went up to 40.
Forgot about that. I completely forgot about that. So he's got like these flamingo legs walking along the ground.
I'm slender orc right now.
That's alright, I forgot about that. Alright, yeah. It's good. Good maneuverability. Alright, you
Standard
reach this
attack.
thing. You take a big old swing, but a 16 just kind of bounces off its armor plating. And same with a 14. This thing's shell is quite hard, and you're going to have to hit it in between the seams to damage it.
Yep.
Alandir. So all these squares are difficult terrain because it's a slanted floor, 20 degree angle.
Alright, I'll do. I'm gonna end up dashing, but I'll go 10, 20, 30, 40. And I'll attack. The booming blade.
And 16 is a miss. Your AP doesn't get through its carapace.
I'll move another 20. That's it.
Zygon.
Okay. 5, 10, 20, 30. I'm going to go ahead and start casting Wrathful Smite as a bonus. Followed by 2 swings. First attack. That's a miss. Right?
Yeah. You
Okay.
kind of slide into the soul intake monster with that first attack.
Alright, second attack. Oh boy.
And you basically run forward and you end up just like hugging it awkwardly.
Okay. I'm still concentrating on Wrathful.
It looks a little
Someday.
embarrassed as you hug it.
Right.
10,
Big man.
20, 30. I'm going to break the grapple with a vine whip or thorn whip.
That's not going to break the grapple.
No, not even pulling my teammate towards me by 10 feet
Oh, that would. If you're going to hit
Okay.
Ness.
because it's an easier target.
That's a hit. And you whoosh, hit Ness for 4 damage and you yank Ness out of the soul intake monster's mouth. You go 10 feet towards Raven Ness. And because you're not in this thing's reach anymore, you're not grappled.
And then I'll bonus action give her 2 healing lights.
5 or 10 feet where you pull in this?
10 feet, right up to me.
Okay, and you'll be in this one.
And then 2d6 healing to fix the boo-boo I gave.
All right, thank you.
That's it.
This thing's gonna bite Bargle. It chomps down and it misses. Yes.
Attack it back, and I'm going to. I'm gonna guiding bolt again. Let it see if he'll light it up for the guys at first level. Damn it!
It's a miss. It kind
Good
of
try.
glances off its shell.
Yeah, it's my turn.
Otto.
I'm gonna bonus fighting spirit. Attack.
20 is a hit. You manage to sink a bolt into this thing, and when that happens, it like lets out all this necrotic energy, like explodes from the creature towards you, like crackling tendrils, but it doesn't hurt anyone. And that's another hit. You line up a good bolt, and the same thing happens. More necrotic energy is released from this thing.
And then I'm gonna.
It's gonna take a lot to bring this thing down by the looks of it.
Gonna action surge and attack it again twice.
That's another hit. Another well-placed shot. And 15 misses. The crossbow bolt just sunders on impact. Bargle.
All right. Figure attack.
That hits it. When you stab into it with the axe, you're hit with this crackling necrotic energy, Bargle. You take 7 necrotic damage. And the fire also does not affect it. It's like it's draining your life with every swing.
Ugh.
That's a miss.
That's it.
Alan, dear.
Right, move 20 to here, and I'll try to attack. My god.
It is a miss.
That's 10, 20.
It
Let's go there with
screeches and snaps, and you dance out of the way of another big bite. Zygon.
Ha! I'm still here. Alright. Swing first. Oh, not much better than that 10.
Clang. Miss.
Alright. Second attack.
Wow.
Clang. Miss.
Are you
Ha!
feeling okay, Zyga?
Wow.
I think it's time
I don't
to.
know, man.
I think it's time to bring your friend out, Zygon.
Raven.
All right, I'm gonna push him back 10 feet. No.
Miss.
All right, I'm gonna push him back 10 feet. No.
And another miss. All of these attacks are just bouncing straight off it. And yeah,
We're rolling horrible.
Okay, he's not affected by fire.
Bargle managed to hit it with the axe, so it's going to keep on trying to bite him. And opens up its mouth. And it misses. That's it. It's also rolling terrible. This is like 3rd edition D&D when you're level 1. You miss for like
Yeah.
20 rounds in a row. Or AD&D. Alright.
My Psycho's 19, thank you.
Nice.
So, what are the yellow dots for?
-4.
Yellow dot is concentration. It's a concentration
Okay, so
marker.
they're concentrate.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna move to here, and then I'm going to quicken spell haste, and I'm gonna cast that on Odo and Bargle. I'm out of 3rd level spells.
Can it hit 2 people with that spell?
Oh, did you mean
Yes,
twin?
yeah,
You meant to twin it, right?
If you
Oh, twin. Yeah.
I think
twin.
twin-
Oh,
So, ain't it?
Are you doing it as a 4th level? Oh, you did it as a 3rd level? Just click the spell as well so it brings up the description and whatnot. It'll also give you a concentration marker automatically when you cast the spell. And I think twinned is like...
I don't think you can twin any
Sorcery.
concentration.
You can. It's sorcery
Sweet.
points, I think is equal to the spell's level for twin. I think that's what it is. You might want to check that.
I might learn to be a sorcerer.
You have twinned, right?
Yeah, I do have twin.
Yeah. I think it's like spell level worth of sorcery points or something.
Yeah. That's right, but I don't have enough, so I'll just cast this. I'll just Odo will be hasted.
Oh, okay.
I've only got 3. I don't have enough. I need 4. I think haste is haste is a 3rd level.
It's 3rd. So yeah, you could do it
Yeah,
with 3
I do.
points.
Yeah.
Okay.
So. And you said click on it. So let me
Yeah,
find
just so everyone can see what it does and whatnot.
it. There.
It's in there.
And it's twinned instead of quickened.
Alright, you guys both speed up. You get all that nice stuff there.
And the Scala hollers, do damage!
This thing is not looking too hurt yet.
That's my turn.
Otto.
And attacking.
Miss. That hits. Another good crossbow bolt into the soul intake monster.
And then one more from the haste.
And 19 is a hit. Another bolt sticks into a gap in between its shell. More necrotic energy is released. It groans and it actually looks kind of hurt now. Bargle.
all right.
Hey, don't you have
First
three attacks? No bonus action attack, Otto? Do you have crossbow expert? I think you're missing an attack there.
Well, crossbow expert is only for hand crossbows, so
Oh, is it? Okay, my bad.
yeah.
Wait, what are you asking?
I was thinking the extra attack for crossbow expert, but it's only for hand crossbows.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, Bargle, you come in with the great axe and you sink the great axe straight into its neck. It's going to let out an explosion of necrotic damage. Hits you for 9 as you hit it for 12. That's another hit. More of your soul is drained as you hack into this thing. You take 8 points of necrotic damage.
Not on. I took the 15. There we go. All right. Haste
Alright.
attack.
You didn't hit yourself.
I took
with
off
the axe.
15 instead of taking off 8. That's what happened.
Bargle started attacking himself. And 11 is a miss. Once again, the axe bounces off. Alan, dear.
Move back up and see if I can finally hit 3rd time. I'll finally.
And that does hit. As you stab it, necrotic energy churns out of this thing. You take 7 damage and you hit it for 30 points. Bit of thunderous
Yep.
energy blows a plate off of it.
And I'll just dash back up. So
Saigon.
Okay, someday I will hit. Let us see if today is that day.
That is a hit.
Okay, so now the Wrathful Smite happens, which I think is, I'm trying to look at see how much damage that was back in the day. It was 3 points of damage.
Okay. Alright, this thing is looking pretty hurt. You hit it with a Wrathful Smite and it makes a wisdom save for Frighten. And it screeches and it kind of moves its head back away from you. It seems to be scared of you.
Alright, second attack.
And you took that 8 necrotic, right? Yeah. And
Took 4.
Oh yeah, 4, that's right. You hit it again. Another 6, 5 for you.
Alright, that's my turn. There you go.
Raven.
Alright. Pushing it back. Maybe.
That hits. Everyone's hitting this turn. Alright, you
9
smack
feet.
it for 9 damage. You knock it back.
And again, 10 feet.
And it's a crit. You push it back again and it kind of falls down the hole a little bit and clings to the side. And it's looking pretty hurt.
And I'm going to blast it again in my mind. 10 feet. But yeah.
Alright, it scrambles forward. This thing seems like a pretty good climber. But it actually doesn't scramble forward towards Zygon because you can't
Did I want to hit
closer
it?
to him. Yeah, the booming blade's gonna go off.
Sorry.
Ah.
2D.
Yeah, I think it's 2d8.
2d8.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
scared of Zygon, so it can't get any closer. So it turns its attention towards Otto. Another plate of it is ripped off from the thunderous energy. Wah! It screeches and it starts to claw its way towards him, taking a dash action. And ending its turn there. Nez.
I'm on Elder's Blast twice. And I'm gonna repel it too. First Elder's Blast.
Crit. Good hit. It smacks it into this wall.
Poor luck,
And
buddy, Trevor.
23 damage. You've put a hole in it. You've just impaled it. It's weeping all of this necrotic blood. You hit it again. And it smacks it in the head.
See, we just
It's
need
a
a
loud
Zygon
crack
to get
and-
our...
It starts to slip down this gap in the floor and it's just covered in blood. It's practically dead.
More than practically now.
That's my turn.
It's still screeching. It's opening its mouth, clawing its way towards Otto.
And I'm attacking.
As you move away from it, it attacks you. It bites you with an opportunity attack.
Has reach.
My bad, I didn't think I was close enough.
And it does have a disadvantage. You try to move away. Ah! It misses.
Alright, attacking.
And an 18 hits. You just stick a bolt straight through the top of its head. And it just lays flat on the ground. Dead.
Glad I could help you guys. Alright, so. Shall we get on, guys?
That was exciting. Alright. Just going to look at the soul intake monster, see if there's anything interesting that he might have or something we can take from him.
It is the strangest creature that you've ever seen. For starters, it's absolutely bizarre. And it doesn't have any items on it or anything like that. It's just like, I mean, you could probably take a piece of it if you want like a trophy or something like that, maybe crafting or something. But other than that, this is a bizarre kind of fiendish looking creature. You could make an Arcana check to try and figure out its purpose here.
Yeah, sure. Let's roll a 0. Oh, 5.
It's just got all this like necrotic sludge exuding from it. And yeah, no idea.
You think it is a creature?
No, it's not. It's a construct. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ness is
Alright.
going to look down in here and see if she sees like a nest or a cave or an opening that it might be calling home.
Down here, Nez, is actually a large pipe that leads down as far as the eye can see. A cylindrical pipe made of iron.
Is there a rock or anything laying around?
There's bits of rubble or rocks, scraps of
Alright, so I'll
iron.
cast slide on it and just drop it down in there.
Pew! This thing goes
How-
for hundreds of feet. Probably all the way straight down to the ground below, about 300 something
Okay.
feet below you.
Alright.
Go ahead and climb in.
Alright, now you guys leave.
How close are we to a rest?
To a
Like
sleep.
a long rest? Yeah.
About as close as you can get to the Wandering Emporium, most likely. As soon as you can find somewhere safe, really. Time doesn't matter that much. But it's kind of... For others, it's kind of like the start of the day, but I mean, it's just a matter of getting to somewhere safe, really.
Okay.
How are you guys feeling, though? If you're about to go trekking along the wastelands of Avernus, you might do well to just take a little bit of a breather before that. You never know what you may encounter out there. There are all sorts of things.
Yeah. Yeah, if we can just maybe get this I mean, it doesn't seem like this place is safe considering there was like that big like creature thing that just like decided to hang out.
Oh, it's dead.
What's the odds of there being two of them? Come on.
Didn't you read its nameplate? No, yeah, you guys feel like this is, I mean, you've killed all the threats. That massive creature that obviously is probably the apex predator is dead. The Vroks are dead. Even that poor Knoll is dead. So you guys are feeling safe. So I would recommend taking a short rest. Just in case. See how your characters might think.
Alright. Bargle, I'll give you another hug, Bargle.
You've got Nico and Chucker and Clonk down there. And
Do we
Lulu.
want a short rest or a long rest?
Fargo appreciates it.
That's up to you guys. I'm kind of worried about long resting here.
Sleeping here would be very hospitable.
Very
The
bad.
heat of Avernus. I mean, it's
Okay. Well, let's just take a short rest then.
it would, yeah. The
I'm
environment
getting
might-
low on spells.
You get
Alright.
all your warlock ones back when you take a
So, yeah.
short rest.
Let's do. Then another.
Did you get those 26, Bargle?
Hold on.
From the hug?
Yeah.
Alright, as you guys rest here, you notice something outside the fortress. It's Chucker and Clonk, Barnabas, some red caps, some mad caps.
Uh-oh.
They're leaving.
Hey, wait for us! Allender better hold them.
They look like they're leaving you guys behind.
Alright, let's go
Uh-oh.
back.
Yeah, we kind of need to go back then. All right.
Yep. We go to the edge. And I guess we're gonna fly, guys. because that should probably the only way we can get down there in time.
I'll move you guys on over to like the map, like the outside sort of view. So this is the fortress up here. And Chucker and Clonk, they're like jumping in this demon grinder, and you're seeing Barnabas and some red caps just kind of pull up on these devil's rides. And it looks like they're basically gathering and look like they're about ready to take off.
All right, we go down. I'll cast fly twice, and we'll hug the edge and zip right down.
You can't cast fly twice. That's a concentration spell.
Well, okay, I'll do 3 of you, and then you get down, and then the other 2 of us will go. The other 3.
Ah.
So who are you casting fly on?
Right now I'm casting on Zygon, Otto, and Alandir for 1.
Go for it. You're doing a 5th level?
Yep, all my spells are 5th level.
Yeah, alrighty. So Zygon, Alandir, and who else? And Otto, did you say?
Yep, and Otto.
You guys have
You
60
go
feet of fly speed for 10 minutes.
Tell them to wait. We'll be down in a minute. And I'm going to cover them from the top as well, just in case something flies towards them.
Sure. So yeah, this is about 300 feet up. You're looking down and you're seeing like the scorched landscape of Avernus. As you guys know, there are just like fiery tornadoes cruising around here, and if you're unlucky, they'll attach to your face. Alright, as you guys fly down, yeah, Chucker and Clonk are loading up all of these spare parts in the demon grinder, and the other members of their crew are just driving along, and Chucker looks up at you guys and says, gotta go!
So, just FYI, so since I missed like the past few sessions, we didn't come along with these guys, huh? They're stealing this stuff? Or we did?
No,
Yeah.
we came with Chucker and Clonk.
They give you guys a lift.
Oh, okay. Wow, what happened to our stuff? Is it busted?
No, it's in Ball's garage.
Parked over at Bell's Forge.
Somebody went and tried to free a big intellect thingamabobberjiggy, and our ride back to Balls disappeared.
Gotta go! Chucker says again.
Alright, well, I'll just like put myself in one of the seats, I guess.
Alright, when you guys fly down into the demon grinder, you see these little madcap creatures, these little fey creatures in red caps, like riding on these infernal war machines. Barnabas, the flame skull, seems to be using like a skeletal hand to steer the tormentor, like a skeletal mage hand. And Barnabas just says, you know, this flame skull, he's got all of his teeth, thanks to you guys. Says, you snooze, you lose. We're not waiting. And they take off. They just like cruise. They leave you guys in the dust. They don't wait for Nez or Bargle or Raven or anyone else. And Chucker says, hurry, gotta go.
Alright, I'll cast fly on the other 3 of us, and we'll get down there.
Alright, that fly spell ends. Alright, as you guys are flying down now, when everyone else is getting down there, so who has to fly now with some?
Raven, Bargle, and Ness.
Okay.
Who's standing back there, I guess. I don't know.
Alright, I'll put on these icons for you guys. Alright, so as you guys are down here, let me just take off these concentration markers or whatnot, or whoever. Alright, there's now you see why there is cause for alarm. As you guys are about 150 feet down from the top of the fortress, or 150 feet above the ground, you guys see this wall band arriving. Big group of Avernian warlords riding a massive golden demon grinder. There's 8 Ugoloths, 2 on one Tormentor, sorry, 4 on one Tormentor, and 4 on the others. And then there is this woman. She's riding a golden demon grinder. She has all these ghouls and ghasts clinging to the side of it. And she carries a parasol made of rotten hands. She pulls up about the same time as you guys jump in the demon grinder. And Chaka just says, "Oh no. This is not good. I hope the power of friendship can save us," Chaka says. And
Hope some level 4
Lulu's
demonite
voice.
can save us.
Lulu's here as well, by the way.
Hi, Lulu. Are you in the glove compartment?
Mad Lulu. So for those of you that haven't met Lulu, she's a little Hollyphant, golden little elephant angel. She's just kind of said like she has only basically just met with Otto and Nez briefly and just says, "Hi, I'm Lulu," and that's about it. Nico's there somewhere with you guys as well, and Chakra is pointing at these warlords. Bad news. So Chaka just kind of starts slamming his hands on the dashboard, and you see Clonk draw his warhammer like he's ready to fight. What do you guys do as these warlords pull up?
Guess we're getting ready to fight if they're fighting. Hey, look, it's the guy that Monty wanted us to pay to. Or the lady that Monty wanted us to pay to kill her.
Hey guys, it's an entire vehicle full of flammable things.
Yeah.
So these warlords pull up. They kind of stop their vehicles, but none of them get out. And Fëanor calls out to you guys. So she looks like a human female. This was Mahadi's lost love. Stole her golden doom. And she just kind of twirls this parasol around. And there are like crawling claws just clinging onto her arms as well. And she says, "Well, well, well. What do we have here?"
Hi.
Hello, I'm Raven.
"Nice to meet you, Raven.
I serve the Flaming Fist.
My name is Fëanor."
You're kinda hot.
My, what a grandeur edifice. I'm sure it's seen better days. Did you just come from the Flying Fortress?
Yeah, we were up on the top floor. It's Zariel's fine fortress, but it's broke.
Oh, yes, I am aware. Tell me now, what did you find up there? Surely you are here to scavenge things.
We found some broken machinery, some wires and tubes. Oh, and a giant beetle thing with a long tail. That was cool.
As you take a look at her, she's got these milky white eyes, and there's like hungry-looking ghouls just eyeing you all with these dead stares. And she says, "Oh, is that everything you found? She has this like annoyed scowl come over her face. "I've heard that, well, just a rumor that someone has been stockpiling demonite ore inside the wreck. You didn't happen to have found that, did you?"
Nope, not at all. And I cover I cover Raven's mouth before he says anything. Nope. Unfortunately, other scavengers must have picked it over. We didn't really see anything.
Make a deception check, Zygon.
Okay. I will use the DM's inspiration that you gave me like a few sessions ago, so I'll have this an advantage.
Okay. She scrutinizes you. Says, "Oh,
There's an empty
My
safe up
so-
on the top floor.
my source of information is usually quite reliable. Maybe
There-
you
there's
didn't
some
search thoroughly."
Well, there were some people that left here like a few minutes before you got here.
Well, we're done with the place, so feel free to search it if you want.
Not so fast.
Hey, and do you know what race Mahadi is?
What?
Do you know what race Mahadi is? I know he's not human.
Mahadi?
But I don't know what he is. Yeah. He told us to keep an eye out for someone that has a gold thing there for something or other.
Mahadi?
Yeah, you know, the bastard at the resting place.
You're dealing with Mahadi?
No.
No, we just rested there. He told us to keep an eye out for someone with a gold thingy there, but I can't remember why.
Stop.
You should be warned. He is a charlatan. He invited me here to Avernus and trapped me here. I had to escape his grasp. I see you've realized that he's not the human that he presumes to be. I know what he is. He's a Rakshasa. Just a scared little cat.
I look blankly at everybody. What's that?
Do you see these ghouls? The ones
boys?
that accompany me here? They
Yeah.
never used to be this way. He boiled them alive and tore off their flesh. Only through their torture do they remain alive through death.
Ugh, that sounds not nice. So yeah, thank you for keeping us informed. That's very helpful, and we'll be on our way. Bye.
Is there any easy ways to kill a cat?
Hold on. We're not done here.
Captcha.
We're not done.
Okay.
I'm going to need some sort of compensation. I'll take all your demon ichor instead. How does that sound?
A what?
Oh no, we need ours.
I said I'll take all of your demon ichor instead.
Hey, it's
How about I give you a pseudo dragon instead?
hey Seb, is she do I at the insight roll, I think, can I see if she's hostile towards us? How would I determine that?
You can make an insight check. And she's basically like she's a warlord. They have a reputation for they're basically highway robbers. And she's demanding.
She's Mad Max.
Yeah, she's demanding that you hand over all your ichor, and yeah, you feel like you're probably going to get attacked if you don't. They're gonna get it one way or another.
So, do you know how to kill him? Is there an easy way? Does he have any weaknesses?
I'm not interested in Mahadi anymore.
But
I'm free now. I have Golden Doom. I have my Legion. And I have all the magic that I could ever ask for. All I need now is soul coins and ichor.
But do you have love?
Do you have the power of friendship? Lulu says. I don't want to toy with you any longer. You say there's no ichor up there in the fortress.
No ichor up there.
I come here for ichor, and I get what I want. So hand over
good luck.
all of your ichor now.
Yeah, no.
Do you want us to wait while you get reinforcements?
You're clearly outnumbered. I'll warn you. I have spells that could obliterate you all in the blink of an eye.
Class.
Be careful what you wish for. I'll hand over the ichor and no one gets hurt. I've no interest in harming any of you, but I will need that ichor.
Chunker Clunk, do you guys have any ichor in there?
I don't want to die. Please give her something.
What do they want?
Demon ichor.
Just give it to her. We're obviously gonna get killed if we don't give it to her.
That's like 40 vials of ichor that you guys plundered.
How much does she want?
All of it.
All of it.
She wants ichor. She doesn't know how much you guys have, obviously.
I'll say I
Chunker,
can give
Clunk, do you have a couple of vials in there?
We got a little bit. But
All right, let's give her a little bit.
My ichor? What about your ichor? Don't you have any?
No. But if we give her yours, we'll buy you more or something when we get to Mahadi's.
Make a deception check, Raven.
It's not deception. I'm telling them.
You're telling me you don't have any. Just plundered 40 vials.
Yeah, well, Clonker might know, but I'm going to give him the wink and
He
nod.
points to this massive sack labeled Demon Ichor. What's that?
Give her yours, and we'll replace yours later when we get to Mahadi's.
I'll take like 10 vials out of the bag.
Ah, there we go.
And I'll fly over to her.
Stay right there. As soon as you start to move, she yells out to you, stay right there.
I
I'm
cancel
flying
the
20
spell
feet
when
there.
he's over the level.
Place the bag on the ground, she says.
Alright, place it on the ground.
Okay. Is that all of it?
That's all we got.
I make a deception check, Alan.
I knew that was coming. Alright.
Okay.
I'm gonna use
Mostly
it.
that's all
I have
that I had.
inspiration still from something. Can I use inspiration?
Sure. You have advantage.
Alright.
Dice roll.
Don't move. And these two crawling claws, the ones that make up her parasol, they actually like leave the parasol and start running along the ground. They're just like
Cousin
hands,
thing.
Abs.
hands severed at the wrists. They look undead, and they get their greasy hands all over the bag, and they start to drag it towards Fëanor. Fëanor's got her eyes on you. So do all of her mercenaries, and she takes a look through the bag. And you said 20 vials, right?
I said 10.
10. Okay, so I'm presuming it's the Type 1 Ichor. The shittest one.
Yeah.
I guess this is better than nothing. Very well then. Huh. Let's get out of here. Waste of time. Bye.
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 And they cruise off. And you guys avoid that fight.
All right, Clonk. Let's go home then.
Home? The Mad Maggies? You want to go there?
Or wherever.
What about your vehicles? Aren't you looking for them? You should get your own rides.
Can you take us to Bell?
Sure. It's on the way. We'll drop you off.
Awesome.
But we're not going anywhere in there. Even for
That's
power
okay.
of friendship, Chaka says.
That's right. Power of friendship, and I'm going to take out from the party there a vial of each of the 1, 2, 3, and 4 and give it to them. This is for your help. Thank you.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy! You're too kind, Chaka says. And he'll snatch up all that ichor and he looks very happy.
And then I'm going to have a seat and rest.
He throws a Type 4 ichor straight in the furnace. This massive, hellish scream of fire churns out the exhaust of this
You
hellish.
should have waited till she was out of
Vehicle.
range.
And, they're gone.
Okay.
And you guys leave the fortress. You just cruise away in this demon grinder war machine. And Chaka and Clonk drop you guys off at Bell's Forge. They seem to be able to get around Avernus quite well. When you get there,
How long? How long does it take?
really sure.
Can I ask? I'm just gonna ask one of them. How come you guys are so good at navigating? We have a hard time doing it. Any tricks? Tricks of the trade?
Grows on you. We've been doing this a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not really sure how long it takes. Sometimes it will feel like you've only been traveling for about 20 minutes here in Avernus, and usually it's quite bleak. There's not really much to look at. And the way that people are able to gauge the time is by the dials on the infernal war machines, because they have a soul fuel gauge that goes by every hour. So you can try and peer at that dial. You understand infernal, Nez, so it doesn't feel like that long. It literally feels like 20 minutes and you're at Bell's Forge, but 6 hours have gone by.
Yeah, right.
Man, if anyone wants the short rest, go for it.
Oh, yes.
No one's feeling that tired yet in terms of needing to sleep, but if you guys are exhausted, then you should be looking to go to the Wandering Emporium. Chakra and Clonk drop you guys off, and when you arrive at Bell's Forge, he must have known that you guys are going to be here, because the Scavenger and Gorguts, they're already waiting, parked to the side of this hideous volcano, with a patrol of many bearded devils looking after the vehicles. They hand over the vehicles to you guys, and you're back on your war machines.
Sweet. All right. So I think we should go to the Emporium and rest a bit, and then head to the Hell Riders next.
Sure. If we can get there.
Alright,
I think we can. It's just a matter of time.
Who wants to try and navigate to the Wandering Emporium? It does appear that, yeah, Chakra and Clonk, they seem to be quite native to Avernus, so they have a good time navigating.
Could we have convinced them to wait for us and lead us there?
No. They got
Alright.
Mad Maggie. They're on the clock with Mad Maggie.
Right.
Who wants to navigate there? Who wants to try and navigate to the Wandering Emporium?
Somebody smart.
Anyone can try.
I'll try.
Alright, roll me a 2d8.
58. Boom.
Alright, 10 more hours go by, and now you guys are actually starting to feel quite tired. It's definitely sleepy time. And you guys pull up at this Wandering Emporium. See a series of tents arranged in a horseshoe-shaped formation. And Mahadi is there to greet you all. I'll go into this in more detail, what the Wandering Emporium is, for those of you who are not familiar. But we're going to wrap it up here for tonight. And we'll sort out the rest and stuff next session. And
Sweet.
we can go into, well, you guys finding Fëanor, Mahadi's lost love. He's probably going to have something to say about that. So you got the vehicles back, and you've got the first adamantine rod. Find 2 more, and you guys will hit level 10.
Who says we're going to tell them? All right, guys. See you next week.
All right.
Yep, that's fine. See you guys.
Night.
Oh, God.